Ba-da. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Right.
Perfect. Hello, everybody. We're here for some Star Trek Adventures fun. We've done this a couple of times previously, me and Auto and Spocky Shy. This is your first time joining us. But yeah,
Yes, it is. Thank you for having me.
yes. So yes,
Are we started?
we are live. Yeah, we are running this very
Great.
undramatic open this week. So I'll get in. If we keep doing this, I'll get an intro together. I think I'll hobble something together. Welcome to our first Star Trek Adventure stream. This is going to be some fun. For anyone that doesn't know what this is a tabletop role-playing game, similar on the kin to Dungeons and Dragons, which I think is quite popular now. I don't know. I've never heard of it personally.
It's been big ever since the pandemic took over because people needed things to do inside their homes.
They need to socialise. This runs on a slightly different
sounds
system.
overrated to me.
For those who follow Dungeons and Dragons and understand how the rules, this works slightly differently, which I'll probably be explaining a little bit through for our colleagues as well. Because I say none of us are really apart from probably you stars, are really over experienced in this game, other than a few casual games we've had together. This is kind of like early days GMing for me, so I haven't really done it a lot. But we're going to play it. We're going to play it quite loose, don't we? We kind of have more hijinks
Off the
than
cuff,
sort of
have fun.
rather than strict
Yeah.
the letter of the law for the rules. We kind of play into the hijinks. But gentlemen, I would like you to please tell me which characters you are playing tonight. Would you like to take us off, Auto, please?
I'm going to be Lieutenant Commander Montgomery Scott, and I will limit my outbursts of Scottish until they're appropriate. So,
Shia, who are you playing this evening?
I am Gary Seven, Supervisor 195 of the Celestial Intervention Agency.
Fantastic. Mr. Spocky Balboa.
I will be Commander William Riker, First
you-
Officer of the Enterprise.
And are you going to be leaning over the chair? And
There'll be lots of leaning and there'll be lots of awkward chair maneuvers. Yeah, that is famous for. Yeah, definitely. Any chair, it'll be there.
And last but not least, Stars, who are you this evening?
I will be playing Lieutenant Commander Jadzia Dax, the science officer of Deep Space Nine.
Fantastic. And I believe you are not in standard uniform.
I am not in standard uniform. I, as Dax tends to do, have been in the holodeck having a party, and the theme was 23rd century Starfleet because, as anyone who has played Star Trek Timelines knows, she loves 23rd century design.
Fantastic. Before we go into the main mission, before we go into Explore, I just want to quickly explain for people listening. Not Trailer Felix says not a Worf. He has played Worfs previously. It was a lot of fun.
Got to vary it up every now and then.
So for those familiar with Dungeons and Dragons, the general thing was someone will get a task, say climb that wall. You'd roll a dice, look against your stats, and you'd either pass or fail. This works slightly differently. Each of the characters will have a stat sheet, which I can't bring on screen right now, but you have to take their word for it, where they'll have a couple of disciplines they'll focus on. Unlike Dungeons and Dragons, where you have to get over that, they have to actually actively roll underneath that number that they get. And it's not a case of a single number. They roll, usually it's 2 dice. They can buy more dice with what you can see up with momentum. And each dice has to go underneath it by itself as opposed to the cumulative total of all the dice. So you score successes. So I will say something like, give me a daring and command roll, difficulty 2. They will have to roll 2 dice, roll under that target number, and get 2 successes. Either get a success on each dice. There's some other variables like focuses. Each of your crew will have focuses, which can help make that a little bit better and make it a bit easier. And there's also critical fail is a 20, critical success is a 1. So it's like D&D but backwards. That's generally the gist of how we're doing things. There's a few other little finesse bits, but I say we're not going to go deep into massive rules and sitting here going to pick over everything. We're going to just have more fun.
I remember nothing about this, so if you're viewing at home for the first time, don't feel intimidated, because they're going to have to explain everything, at least to me, and then you'll pick up on that. So
Yeah.
Yes, you will tell me to roll things, and I will roll them and tell you the number.
Yes. Okay. Let's start, shall we? So the year is around about 2369, 2370, although things are a bit flexible due to our range of cast. I was trying to get it all stuck into 1 year, but I was just like, we'll just play with it. We'll work with it. It's around 2369, 2370. Kind of early Deep Space Nine Season 1, I believe that is, sort of TNG Season 6, Season 7.
Hold on, there's a memory alpha page for 2369, so I'm going to see what happened that year to refresh my memory.
You don't need to worry too much about anything political. We're not going to get into that depth. I'm just going to give you a bit of background.
Keiko O'Brien opens a school on Deep Space Nine in
There you go.
2369.
Yeah, there you go.
That was right. Where are we? Hang on a second. I just need to go player info. Okay, here's what each of you are doing. Lieutenant Jadzia Dax, you are currently on the holodeck on Deep Space Nine, enjoying a nice recreation of the 1701 bridge, lording it up with Kirk and perving on Spock, when all of a sudden you feel a transporter beam rush over. You feel the wave of, and as you dissipate into the energy stream, you feel yourself being transported somewhere against your will. Commander Riker, having finished some personal delegations with a very attractive Ryzian ambassador, you are en route to the USS Enterprise when you are also encapsulated by a transporter beam and taken without choice. Shire, on a break between assignments, you are sitting at your desk, filing paperwork, keeping your notes in order, making sure that Isis, your cat, has enough food ordered. When, similar way, you feel a wave and a rush of a transporter beam, and not unsimilar from what you felt from when you were abducted by the USS Enterprise the first time, and you were taken off. Montgomery Scott, you are back in 22, whatever it is, studying The Guardian of Forever and having a few drinks while you're doing it, when, after a few bottles of Anderburn and whiskey, you stumble into The Guardian of Forever and find yourself whisked off. And all of you wake up and find yourself in a metal room. It has... it's a metal rock room. It has 8 sides, so it's an octahedron room. There are 5 biobeds in the room. There is a podium in the middle of the room extending down. There is a door on the other end of the room with a small window in it. And you look upon your items, you look the equipment you formerly had is no longer with you. All you have on you is, hang on a second, I've got this written down somewhere. This is, by the way, for anyone watching, this is a homebrew campaign. I made this up over the last sort of couple of weeks, so if there's any plot holes, which there will be, let me know. Yes, you went.
The Organians did it. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Who knows? Yes, you have nothing equipped other than the clothing you were wearing when you were abducted. So, gentlemen, whilst you are starting to come to consciousness, you hear that there are red alert sirens blaring on the wall. There's such the klaxons, blaring away, and occasionally the room rocks, shakes every now and then, once in a while. Over to you.
We're all in the same room together.
You are, yes. You're all sort of currently lying on biobeds. There are 5 biobeds in the room because originally we were supposed to have Skycap here, and I didn't change my map in time. Thank you for MS Paint for sponsoring this show.
Failed transport. Who knows where she ended up? Are there any Starfleet symbols on the walls or anything like that?
No, there are no Starfleet symbols on the walls.
Okay.
Question: are the biobeds Starfleet issue, or are they recognizably another species?
They are. You would recognize them from the era as Romulan.
Okay. Fun. Okay.
What kind of state are we in? We're all just like completely alert. Is it just?
You've essentially woken up. You've not been.
Chances of Montgomery Scott being alert are pretty low at this point. I think we're gonna lay down on this biobed for a while and let you guys figure this out.
So, is Scotty in uniform?
Scotty is in his uniform. Yeah, he was on duty when he passed out in front of the Guardian.
I won't recognise Dax.
Actually, you would recognize Dax because we've met. You were a Darbo fiend in DS9, so we have met.
What? Oh, yeah, just at that point, right? Okay.
Because you would have had previous host as well.
So,
Yeah.
Spocky, if you rip off your sideburns, we're going next level on this.
Yeah, I think I appreciate them. No, I'm not. No, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Okay, like, are we restrained on the biobed, or are we free to move?
You are not restrained. But the biobeds are emitting warning signs, so something has gone wrong.
So we have no equipment, right?
No.
All right, I'm going to tinker with this Romulan biobed and see if I can figure out what these readings mean.
Okay.
Do I have my cat?
You do have your cat. She is currently asleep on your chest. She got whisked up with you, so...
Oh, we need to get you in on this Muppet stream. That's perfect.
That's brilliant. Hang on, let me just make you bigger on the stream. That is incredible. Your prop work is outstanding.
It's okay, Isis. We'll get to the bottom of this. Who are you people, and why have you brought me here?
Okay.
Do I do not recognize? Jadzia Dax, I recognize you. What has happened here? What do you know?
All I know is that I was in a fancy dress party at the with the 1701 Enterprise, and now I'm here nursing a headache that makes me think I've had a party that I probably would have enjoyed, but I don't think I did. That over there is Montgomery Scott, and he looks extremely drunk, which is about right.
Everything
You
for you is plus
are-
one difficulty.
Captain
Yeah.
Scott.
I think Lieutenant Commander, if I'm
No.
looking at the stripes right.
Yeah, OG Scotting.
Yeah. And you, as she points at Riker, says, you owe me 30 Latinum strips.
If we get out of this, I'm all yours for 30 Latinum strips. But until then, let's see what's going on with these alarms.
All right.
We need to check and see if we can turn them off. There's
Okay.
only the biobeds that are doing the alarm thing.
No, there is a siren wailing as well, a red alert siren wailing, but the biobeds are also showing a monitor that something has gone wrong. So, Otto, did you still want to have a look at those first?
Yeah.
Sorry, Scotty. Can you give me an insight and engineering roll difficulty? We'll make it easy. Difficulty 1.
Insight is 8, engineering is 4, so we add that together and
Yep.
get 12.
12. So
And I
roll.
roll 2 d20s.
Yep, and just get under a 12 on each dice. And you only need one success. It's difficulty 1, so only one of those needs to succeed.
I rolled a 15 and a 17, so I'm a little too
Okay.
drunk yet to
Yeah,
figure
you're-
out what these Romulan symbols mean.
You're still
All right,
slightly
well-
out of it. And you can't read Romulan.
I'll look over at the dapper gentleman to my right, I'm presuming. You I do not recognize. How do you come to be here? That's you, Shy.
You may refer to me as Gary 7. I have been pulled from my space and time. Clearly, you are all Federation members of the
Starfleet, to be specific.
23rd,
Yes.
24th century. Yes. Trill. Yes, that would put us around 2369 to 2370, I believe. Yes. Yes.
In fact, we are all in the
You do not possess the technology to have plucked me from my homeworld, so clearly some other agency is at work here. Would you agree, Isaac?
Are the Romulan things, do they look Romulan of our time, or do they look Romulan of older? You know,
They're Romulan of your time. You
Can I-
recognise them from one of your away missions
Okay.
that you've done on a Romulan ship.
Gary, it seems like you've been pulled towards our time frame rather than the other way around.
Yes, the Romulans shouldn't possess this sort of technology.
Not even in our time, as far as I'm aware.
Then it's possible they have an exterior benefactor. Dax is going to swing her legs off the biobed, and she wants to have a look at what's through that window in the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
As your legs hit the floor, you feel another rock, another shake of the deck. And can you give me 1 second? I just need to find the roll. Where did I put that? Oh, I'll make it up. Can you give me a fitness security difficulty 1 roll, please?
All right, so that would be a target number of 11.
Mhm.
I'm just going to roll these using the major bot in my home Discord, so
Cool.
please believe me. So 2d20. Thank you, I appreciate it. And I don't have any applicable talents, so let's see what I get. I get no successes.
No successes. No critical failures.
No, 17
Okay.
and 13.
Okay, well, with that, you stumble to the ground. You're currently you've fallen to the ground as the deck catches you unaware. So I will.
Hey, drunk buddies.
You guys are doing so well.
I'll get up and see if I can help her to her feet there.
Okay.
Of course you will, Riker.
Yeah.
Do a similar judgment when I get off, or am I all right?
No, you're fine.
Yeah. What a gentleman.
Up her to her feet in a gentlemanly way.
In a gentlemanly way. We'll make it 29 strips of latinum.
Let's see
All
what's
right,
good.
so yeah, let's have a look. Idle.
Sorry,
We
what
have a
was
look
it?
at the window.
Yeah,
Looking
you
through
can
the
look
window.
through. Yep, sorry. Through the window, you can see a corridor, and I will scroll the map across for you as well. Hang on, so you can see. I'm sort of hiding areas of the screen here, foolishly. You can see. Oh, you didn't see him. Never mind. I'm good at this. You can see a corridor that leads down. You can see 2 doors either end and a door at the far side. That gives the game away. Sorry. So yeah, you can see 2 doors either side and a door at the end, sort of hidden. So that's what you can see through the window. You can also see Romulan logos adorning the walls.
Romulan interior design, never been my favorite.
Too much green.
Too much grey, let's be real. So does the door have a control panel?
No, it does not.
Okay, so it opens from that end, not this end. Okay.
What's the thing in the middle again?
That's a podium that sort of holds the. It's a load-bearing podium, as it were. Or, just something, sort of something on the...
A support.
middle of the room. A support, yeah, that's the good way of saying it.
Okay, thank you. All right. Can I make a roll to determine if there are any panels I can prise off the walls, any like ventilation ducts? Can I look for structural weaknesses or certain things I could look for?
There's nothing. You don't need to roll. There's nothing you can see on this side of the panel. What I will say is, through your sort of deductive reasoning, you can tell that even though the biobed's here, this is very much meant to keep people in, and not sort of enable free access.
Okay. So it's either a sick bay or a jail cell, essentially.
Little column A, column B.
Why not both?
That's fair. Why not both? So we've got a few options here. We could try and force the door, but I don't know if. In fact, this is like this is metagaming. I can't say it, but I'm gonna take a look toward Gary and be like, Mr. Sharp Dressed Man, can you do anything here? You're the only one I don't know anything about.
Let me see here. I don't seem to have my main prop from my episode, so I will examine the door to see if my advanced technological knowledge gives me any insight in how to open this archaic piece of mid-23rd century design.
Okay, give me a insight command difficulty 1 roll, please.
Roberta, do you know how to? No, Roberta's busy.
No help from friend.
I got an 8 and a 19, and my insight is 9. And my, did you say command?
Yes. So it's your insight plus your command. Add them together and then try and roll under it. So you got an 8 and a what? Sorry.
Yeah. And a 19, and my target was 13. So.
Okay, so you got 1 success, so congratulations. What you can tell, you look at the door and you can tell it's completely sealed from this side, but observing the schematics through your advanced knowledge, you know through experience that the control panel to open the doors is located not far away from the window on the facing side. So imagine the door is here, you're looking this way, the control panel is literally flush on this side on the wall that isn't a door.
Right. And we smash that glass.
There is no glass in the... I wouldn't say it's window, more an opening. There is no glass there.
Well, using my advanced knowledge, I can tell you this door is shut. But perhaps my companion, Isis, can crawl through the opening and reach the control panel on the other side.
Okay.
Can you give it a try? Come on.
Shy has easily won this.
Okay, so yeah. So you're sending ISIS through, are you?
Yes.
Okay. How are you? How is ISIS being? Should have been on last week's stream. How is ISIS going through the window? Is she leaping up her own cord? Are you pushing her
Ass
through?
end first.
Yeah. Is she doing the cat thing where as soon as you offer to straight, it's like, "Meow!"
How far up the ground is this window?
I'd say head height, so you can stand and it's there. So one of you has already looked through, so
I just put her through.
you're just going to put her through. As Isis's nose enters the aperture of the window, she recoils in shock as a force field engages.
Can I roll to
and
catch the cat?
You can roll. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, there's quite a force that the cat comes back at.
Because otherwise that cat's going to hit that podium and it's not going to be great.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of shock there. Give me fitness and security. Make a difficulty 1. I'll be kind.
Okay. Okay, kitty. In fact, do you guys want to assist me here?
Yes, this is something else someone can do. Someone else can
Yes,
assist with a roll.
Of course I'll assist.
So basically, assisting works as I will make the primary roll, and then you guys can basically try and help by adding your own, you can roll 1 dice to assist me, and I guess we justify that as everyone sees the cat ricocheting through the air and is like, "Whoa!"
Right, of course.
Alright, so I'm going to roll... Do I have any focuses that would apply for cat catching? Can I use my focus in zoology?
Yeah, alright, okay. I'll allow it. So, for anyone that wants to know, focuses work in that it will allow... If you roll underneath your discipline, this is going to mean nothing unless you play the game, but if you roll underneath your discipline score, so let's say we're using... What are we using here? What did I say? Fitness
and security.
Security. So if your security's 4, if you roll anything under a 4 using applicable focus, that scores 2 successes. So you actually get a little bit of a mini crit there. So yes, you can use your zoology for catching a cat.
All right. So I'm going to roll 2d20. My target number is 11, and my focus means it applies to 2. I got an 18 and a 20.
Oh, okay. Who was assisting? Shy, were you assisting?
I rolled a 7. Do I roll 2 or just 1 d4?
You just roll.
Just
You just roll 1. So
correct.
7.
Yeah.
What was your target number for fitness and security?
It is 11.
11. So
9
fine.
plus 2.
Yeah. Dax beefs it, and as you're flying to catch the cat, you're not having a good time here. You knock your head against the podium, and can you please suffer 1 stress for that?
I will
Since we
suffer
got a
1
20,
stress.
anything 20 is a complication. But Mr. 7, you managed to catch Isis before she hits that podium, so Dax took the brunt for you.
I'm
So I'm
sorry,
gonna.
Isis.
Sorry for the cats. How about me? I'm gonna take my hair out of the beehive because that hurt.
Okay.
So
Well, then the only thing we can access right now are the panels, but since I'm still trying to walk it off, maybe someone else with some kind of technical expertise wants to try accessing Romulan
I'll get
biobed
that shot
panels.
actually. Yeah, I think I might actually be able
You
to.
just banged your head. I don't know if you're the best person for this job right
It's fine.
I didn't get a concussion
I'm a
or anything.
Dax. It's fine. Okay. In fact, I actually have an applicable talent here that would be helpful.
Okay.
I have computer expertise, which is whenever you attempt a task that involves the programming or study of a computer system, you may add a bonus d20 to your pool. So I would like to have a look at these biobeds and see if I can use them to maybe get access to the containment systems.
Okay. Let's have a look. So, first off, you want to access the systems. So, give me I'll make this a bit more... Because this is a Romulan system, so you're a little bit of a disadvantage. So, can you
Hold
give...
on. Do any of your former hosts
Oh, that's true.
speak Romulan?
You know what? Let me have a look through my previous hosts and see what I can I think maybe the pilot I think might have because he
Okay.
was part of the Earth Romulan War.
Okay, yeah, well, I'll say Dax had enough experience that she can read Romulan, so I will give you the win for that, and I'll make it nice and easy. Can you give me Insight Science difficulty 1, please?
Oh, okay, inset science. So that is 14 is what I'm aiming for. So 3d20 because I've got my extra talent.
Oh shit!
And yeah, so I get an extra one straight out the gate.
Okay.
And my target number is so 14. All right, now if I fuck this one up, then I know I have to like try and find another dice roller. 3 successes, a 9, a 10, and a 13. This is my shit.
Fantastic. You have scored yourselves 2 extra momentum because it was only a difficulty 1. You got 3 successes, you get 2 momentum, which you can use for future rolls to give yourselves advantages, to make more damage happen, or various other things. Let me just have a quick rundown on how to use momentum because I need to remind myself because I've not looked at this in ages. You can.
The main use is to add dice to the dice pool.
Yes, that's it.
For an escalating cost.
So it's shared between all of you. So at the moment you all have 2 momentum, which I need to check there. Yeah, you all have 2 momentum. So say I give you a difficulty 4 objective, and you go, oh my god, I only roll 2 dice. You can say, I will spend 1 momentum, add a dice. So you can add a dice for 1 momentum. You can add a further dice for 2 momentum, or you can add a third dice to that for 3 momentum. So there is a sort of cap of. You can spend up to 6 momentum, and I think there is a cap, isn't there, Stars? There's 6 is the max, isn't it? Yeah, so 6 is the max you can have. So you've got 2, so, you know, where you can spend it. Okay, so, yes, you've accessed the biobed, and there is no direct connection to the door, but you've understood that the biobeds have malfunctioned due to damage to the ship that you are on. So when the red alert clacks as sirens, that's what actually woke you all up. Due to a state of emergency. But the biobeds themselves don't have any link to the door for security reasons, obviously. That'd be pretty silly to give your prisoners access to the doors from inside. But yes, no, the biobeds are saying that was the reason. That's the reason they're pinging an alarm, because they've woken you up due to the state of emergency on the ship.
Can someone turn off that damn alarm?
Can I go over and like slap Scotty a few times to get him to like sober up?
Yeah, do you want to do an opposed roll for that? Like, get off me, woman! Yes, you can slap him. Don't mind, you can do that.
I would prefer more of a verbal telling off. Scotty, they say you're the best engineer in all of Starfleet of your time. Surely you could actually fix this and get rid of this hellish noise.
Please tell me you were leaning on a biobed while you did that.
Get it together, man! Drowning on a biobed. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, while we're in here, maybe we can fix Riker's back so he can stand up straight. All right.
I'll lie down on the biobed.
So we've got nothing from the biobed panels. We can't access the door. There are no other panels in the room.
All I can think of is possibly if there was some kind of medical emergency on the biobed, it would call someone to it.
And we start a fire in here.
Safe and secure, also kept alive. So if the biobed was malfunctioning and it indicated that someone of us was near death, we might get a...
It would have to open the door for someone to come in and like tend to us, yeah. So can I trigger the biobed to trigger like a medical emergency, like to like read as a flatline?
Okay, yeah. Give me control and engineering, and I'm going to make this difficulty 2.
All right, can I get some help with this one? Because engineering I have a 2, so I would like some assistance with this.
Scotty will help you out with the...
Just Scotty.
Okay. And can I apply my computer expertise again?
Yes, you can. Yeah.
Okay,
I'll
cool.
allow it.
All right.
You will allow it. So it's control plus engineering, you said?
Yeah.
All right, so 10, and I don't have a focus on this, I believe. No, I don't. Oh, can I use my focus in xenobiology?
No, this is not directly medical. This is definitely a computer thing.
Okay, fair enough. I had to try. I had to ask. I got 1 success, so Scotty, I hope you can help me out here.
So I needed to roll under a 15, and I got a fucking 20 because I'm still drunk off my ass.
So as you're going into the system, you're trying to sort of, essentially hack your way into the medical systems. The biobed itself puffs and goes completely silent. And as you realise that, all the biobeds in the room also initiate an emergency switch off, and they all suddenly shut down. As this happens, however, you feel a rocking as another explosion rocks the room. Can all of you, and I mean all of you, please give me a... let me find the roll I was going to do.
We all need
You're
to
right. I just all that shake back and forth.
Yeah. Can you all give me shakes, please? Can you all give me fitness and command rolls difficulty 1, please?
Fitness and command.
Two.
Sorry, say it again.
9.
How many dice do you roll?
You roll 2. Unless you want to spend momentum.
Fitness and command.
Yeah.
Right. 2 successes.
I have 1 success.
2 success, 1 success.
2 successes.
Success.
I have 2 successes.
Perfect. You guys scored 3 momentum, and you all stay on your feet.
Hell yeah.
You've actually got 5. You got tons of momentum now. As this explosion happens, you notice that it dislodges something in the door. There's a small spark erupts, and you notice that the force field shimmers, deactivates.
And the cat.
All right,
threw
so
it in.
I was going to say, do you want to try the cat flap again?
Press random. Do we press random buttons, or is there a release that just opens it?
No, you just see the spark just... The door is still as it was.
Can we reach?
It's down now.
We reach out and just feel around to the panel.
Who's got the longest arms?
It'd probably be Riker.
It probably would be Riker. Are you gonna? What are you trying to do? Are you, because you wouldn't be familiar with. You'd be familiar with the interior, but you wouldn't be familiar with the door. So are you just sort of going to reach in to just sort of flap about at the control panel, or?
Yeah, because it'll be hand up. Or maybe there's a sensor that it'll pull.
Or like the entrance to a supermarket.
Well, this is the part where Spocky has to hope that it doesn't like open upwards, so that like he's got his hand through it and it's opens like chunk.
I have to pull my hand back.
I'm pretty sure any direction it opens is gonna trap his arm if it's through the hole.
Yeah.
Do you still want to try that?
Yeah, pressing the control pad on the other side of the door.
Okay, give
Hold
me.
on.
Go up.
Are we sure we can't talk Isis into giving it another shot?
Well, if
Can I try to send Isis through again?
She's a little
certainly
gun shy, I think.
You want to try it again?
I think Spocky wants to jam his arm through the hole.
I guess the bearded man wants to stick his arm in.
just care about the cat's well-being. You know, it didn't choose to be here.
Okay.
It's under our protection. Fine, man. If you tell me what the attribute and discipline it uses,
All right, Will.
Yeah, let the cat go.
So,
What
sorry, say again.
So what would Spocky have to roll?
if I did it, what would
Okay.
it be using?
Okay, so how I'm thinking about using the cat is you would have to roll to see if the cat actually obeys you. Although it's very sort of loyal in the show, I think it's a bit out of its element here. So essentially, we're going to do the Pokemon that's leveled far too much over over your trading cap that it might just at some point kind of go, no, fuck you, I'm not like this. So you've both got risk here. Spocky, you could trap your arm in the door and suffer some sort of injury here, or Shy, the cat, could essentially kind of just sit and wash herself on the other side of the door. So either of you. So what I will say is this: if you want to try the cat, it will be Control and Command difficulty 3. Spocky, the same. It will be. It will be Presence and Engineering, Spocky, for you. Difficulty 2. But I will make it so that a 19 and a 20 causes a critical failure. So you can try either way, whoever wants to do it. So one is dice difficult, the other one is a bit more risky, but
I've got 12. I don't know what the cat would be.
Control and Command.
What am I rolling against again?
I mean,
Command
you need to decide who's doing what first.
Exactly. I'll do my arm thing first. Let's do this.
Hold on, can I hold Riker
let
by
him
the
do it.
ankles while he's going through the window
I mean, if that's your thing.
to assist?
I'll be all right. I'll be good.
Well, tell you what,
I
can
see what
I
you're
actually
saying,
stand behind Riker and be ready to like pull him back if the door does like go?
I'll give you an assist. I'll give you an assist on that. I will say you can
Okay.
certainly assist. So what did I say for you, Spocky?
Presence plus engineering, I think.
Yes, that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Difficulty.
Engineering.
That'll be difficulty 2, but with the complication range of 19 and 20.
Right. Well, I've got an 11 and an 18. So the 11 works. The
Yep.
18 does not.
Okay.
It's not.
So you are 2 successes short. So,
Success, I think.
oh, sorry. No, I said difficulty 3. So you got 1 success. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I said difficulty 3.
I got 1 success.
So that's difficulty 2. So what I will say is that the door doesn't trap your arm. You just don't. You're flapping out there, and there is a safety toggle on the thing that says I don't register inputs that are not at a straight angle if they're just coming through the door. Another security measure on the Romulan front.
Sorry, I just can't do it. We need a cat.
Come on.
All right, give me control command difficulty 2, please.
Can I assist with my duology?
No. I do apologise. Sorry, I am completely wrong. I said it was difficulty 3 for Shy, difficulty 2 for you, didn't I? My
you did.
deepest apology. So you actually did get the 2 successes. So yes, you are correct. Did you say you got a 19 though?
18.
18. Ooh, that was close. Okay, yeah, no, that's absolutely fine. So, no, correct. So I stand corrected. You managed to flap about just about enough to hit the override, and just as the door's opening, you've got Dax behind you, who pulls you back. It's not awkward. And you land in a heap on the floor. You both exchange a look, and the door opens, and you are now able to see the rest of the corridor. And as I said earlier, you can see two doorways on either side of the corridor and a doorway at the end.
So Riker falls back on me, and I'm gonna say, Commander, this isn't what they mean when they say that command opens lots of doors.
Oh my god.
That is a Dax joke. You can't tell me she wouldn't.
I'll bear that in mind.
Okay, can we see through the other 3 doors in this hallway?
No, they are. Unlike the prison medical cell, they are completely sealed doors. But they have the control panels are on the outside, so you can easily get access to them.
Since I'm still a little woozy and my hearing is improved, I'm going to put my ear to each of these doors and see if I can hear anything.
On the... Let's say where you come through. Oh, so on the door to your right, which is this one, so I'm backwards to the prison cell, you can hear the slight shuffling as if you know that there's someone inside, which I revealed to you earlier, so I'm not going to hide that one from you. As if there's someone sort of inside there. On the left side, you can hear nothing but the sort of general hum of a piece of equipment inside.
All right, so I vote that Scotty and Gary brace against the door, and when they open the door, you throw ISIS in the face of whoever's in there.
It wasn't my idea.
All right, before we do that, I'm going to try pounding on this door where I hear noise coming from the other side.
Sorry, which one? The engineering noise?
You tell me. You told me one of them you heard a shuffling.
That'd be the one on the right.
This one, yeah. Sorry, I
And
realised
by
you
right,
can't
we
see-
mean
yeah.
left as you look at it.
Yeah, sorry, I should have done this the other way around. Yeah, the door on the left. I'll say the door on the left just for what we're seeing. It makes sense. So you're gonna pound. Oops,
All right.
you're gonna pound on this.
Who's
door.
on right? Who's on left?
You're gonna knock on the door, are you?
Yes.
Okay. As you knock on, the door.
No one's home.
Shut up! Get out, Mom. No. As
Mom,
you
the meatloaf.
As you knock on the door suddenly opens. On the other side, you see
That was easy.
a Romulan security officer who's looking very shocked to see you out of your cell, and he draws his weapon.
Rush him.
Yeah, no, let's just stop beating him.
So you are now in combat. How combat works? We've never actually really done a lot of combat, have we?
Really, no.
No, not really. So how this works is essentially we'll be taking turns. Whereas D&D is sort of everyone rolls initiative. In this case, it's different. Scotty is obviously the first person that's going to go first here, followed by the Romulan security, and it will take place between. Essentially, it will go Scotty, Romulan, one of you 3 Romulan. It will take turns between sort of bouncing between players and the Romulan security guard here. So
do I get innate phaser resistance for being drunk? You know, like if you try to taser a drunk guy and he doesn't feel it, kind of like that.
I mean, I will say his guns aren't by default set to stun. That's a Romulan thing, so this is you're not in the Federation. So you get first. So what you get a minor action and a major action. Minor actions let me just quickly go down. Minor actions are simple things like you can aim, you can drop prone, you can interact with an item, you can move, or you can prepare. If you've got an item that needs to prepare, or you can stand up. Major actions in this case are very much attacking, or guarding yourself, or recovering, or doing nothing, or sprinting, specifically sprinting further away, or giving first aid to another character. So just how that kind of works. So Scotty, please, is your turn in the combat. What would you like to do?
I just want to throw myself at him.
You're going to throw
Try to
yourself.
rush him.
So you essentially
Yeah, try to get there before he can draw his pistol.
Let me just grab his stats for me. So he is right. Hang on. Okay, so you're going to do a close quarters melee attack. So this is going to be an opposed roll. I get to roll dice finally. So this is going to be me versus you and a melee attack. So this is going to be daring plus security, difficulty 1, and whoever gets the most successes is the winner. Don't forget, you've got a lot of momentum, just so you need it.
Okay, well, I already rolled, so I got
Okay.
one success.
You
on
got
that.
one success, so daring and security. I got no successes. So you land a successful punch. So let me just check your character sheet. So
Wait,
you're
can it be a double fist across
It could be a
the
double
chin?
fist.
Damn right.
Damn right it can.
Do you know any other punches?
I know
so
a chop, but I save that for emergencies.
can you roll me
And the drop kick.
Roll me 3d6 dice, please. This is going to be how much damage you are doing to this Romulan security guard.
A 1, a 4, and a 4.
I want a 4. So you do 1 damage to him. So he's taken 1 stress. So he's fine. So okay, it is now the security guard's turn.
He's fine. He's good.
So it's the Romulan security guard's turn.
You're still drunk, don't worry about it.
Because you're close. One thing I should note: if you are close quarters like this, I can't just use my phaser. I have to do a melee attack. So I'm not going to suddenly incinerate you. So he is going to do a close quarters combat, which I said was what was that? Daring and security.
Daring plus security.
So we're going to do an opposed roll again. So daring and security yet again. So auto.
Hold on.
Wait a minute.
So I need to roll under this number,
You do,
right?
yes.
Okay, and no successes.
No successes. I also got no successes. So, like,
So at this point, we're going.
okay, so that's the end of the Romulan security guard's turn. Over to either one of the three of you, whoever wants to go next.
Closest, so I'd probably rush in and try and help out.
So you're gonna move close. So I'm gonna say that's your minor action, and you're gonna also do a daring security difficulty 1 attack.
Yeah. Daring is 11, security of 4, so it's 15. How many dice? 2 normally. Or can I use momentum to really go for it?
You can do. You spend 1 momentum to add a dice.
I'll spend 1 momentum to add a dice. 'Cause that's
There you go.
roll. And
Go for it.
I got 1 success. My gosh.
I also got 1 success, but there is a rule that in a tie,
I think you have to re-roll, don't you?
think. I didn't
They
write
go
this.
to punch each other and their fists connect, and lightning
Yeah, and then it
cracks
just gets
down
like
the middle.
separated, yeah.
I
With the force is just...
I haven't actually. If the
I
opponent
did
wins, they
put it
make the
down.
attackers. Do you know this one? It's either reroll or it's
It's
goes-
in my my pages thing. Let me quickly open it.
First rules referral. Oh, where are we? Tasks. This is the problem. This rulebook is like massive big, and it's mostly like how the Federation works.
Yeah.
There is a lot of that, yeah.
There's a lot of it. It's great. It's really good.
Determination.
I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Oh, really weird.
Federation Charter is in there.
It's pretty much. I mean, it's essentially
Id plebnista.
it's just designed for people. who
Okay,
know nothing
if both characters fail, then the active character's task fails, but the reactive character gains no benefit, essentially resulting in a stalemate.
Okay.
In this situation, they may choose to simply go again, or the players may decide to take a different tack.
Up to you, Spocky, if you want to take another punt, but you won't get your third dice. You will only get 2.
Right, okay.
Can he spend momentum again?
He can do,
So that helps.
but he will have to spend 2 for another dice this time because this is still his turn.
Oh no, wait, hang on. It was a tie, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The active character automatically wins the task but loses all momentum generated on the rolls. Sorry.
Oh,
Okay, so since I was the active character... no, sorry, you were the active character. Yeah, you were. Sorry, yeah, so you win. So roll your damage, which your unarmed damage is... Should say on your sheet.
Should be pretty good.
5.
5d6.
5d6. Jesus. And it's got knockdown and vicious. Jesus.
Riker's been working out.
That's what's working in my favour here on this one. I'm using all my knowledge. Even without my armor and my sticks, it's going to help me out.
Your giant red Q-tip.
You're a master of Ambo Jitsu, are you? The ultimate evolution.
The ultimate evolution.
Where you put on a blindfold and beat up your father.
18. I know.
18. No, I need the what each dice says.
Individual rolls.
Yeah, individual roll. So
4, 4, 5, 2, 3.
5, 4, 5, 2, 3. So you've scored 3 damage plus
3 damage and an effect.
An effect.
Yes.
So would you like to do knockdown or would you like to
By the
do?
way, anyone at home watching, there's this very arcane formula for how attack damage works. So don't try to understand it. Just go with whatever they tell you.
In fact, you know what? I'll lay it out really simple because it is a lot simpler than it seems. So when you get a damage roll to generate damage, you roll a d6. And each number on the d6 represents a different amount of damage you do. 1 is 1 damage, 2 is 2 damage, 3 and 4 give you nothing, 5 and 6 give you 1 damage plus an effect.
Yeah. So the effects in this case, you've got a choice, which Riker's brilliant. For this, he's got a choice of knockdown, where he can basically punch the guy to his ass, or vicious, which means for every effect you roll, you get an extra damage. So if you were to choose knockdown, he would get knocked over, essentially. If you choose vicious, you would do 4 stress. So it's up to you.
Knockdown.
You're going to knock down. Okay, so you do 3 damage to him. Okay. So he is now knocked. He's knocked on his ass, so he is now... for him to get up, he's got to do a minor action. Let me just quickly look up knockdown quickly, because I just want to make sure there's nothing fiddly about this that I've forgotten about that everyone's going to scream at me later.
It does make you more vulnerable to attacks, I think.
Damage
if you're
effect.
in
So if one or more effects are
prone.
roll, the target is knocked prone. The target may resist this effect by adding the number of points to the threat. I'm not going to do that. Okay, so he's just knocked down. So I'm going to go to...
You Romulan, stay down.
You're a Romulan dog.
Dax.
Can I actually let Gary go for this one? Because I feel
Okay.
like he's probably going to be better suited for combat than I am.
And don't forget, you're not just limited to combat. If you want to approach this in different ways as well, you don't have to kill the poor guy, or you don't have to incapacitate him. There are other means at your disposal.
Isn't it the Romulan's turn because Riker just went?
Well, no, because we're a party of 4, so it went Spocky because he went first and opened the door. Then the Romulan took his turn, and now we have to do all our turns before it rolls around again.
It's player NPC if there's more than one NPC. So it'll use basically as long as everyone gets a go per round, no one can take the same turn in a round twice. So yeah, it'll be if you want to pass to Gary, that's fine.
I was actually going to sneak around while the 3 Starfleet people were fighting.
Okay.
I mean, if you want, then I can go. Then I can go.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead? As I edge towards the equipment hum door.
All right. Let me see if I can do anything fancy here, because I know there are some fancy things you can do. I would like to immobilize the Romulan.
Okay. How are you going to do that?
I attempt to force an opponent into a state of submission using a fitness plus security task against an identical task rolled by the opponent.
Okay, does it say a difficulty?
It doesn't give a difficulty, so I would assume it's probably either 1 or 2, because that's the standard. I assume it's GM's discretion.
It is. I'm going to make this... I'm going to make this... I'll say this difficulty 1, because he is heavily outnumbered. There's plenty of... there's... If you're not just going to do this while Scotty and Riker just stand there watching. Just going,
we'll stand aside and let her subdue
ladies
him.
first.
Right,
so you said this
cool.
is opposed. What was the skills again?
Fitness plus security.
Fitness and security. And I'll say difficulty 1, didn't I?
Yeah.
I've just realised I may have caused an extra bit of damage to him because I've got bold. Whenever I attempt to attack security, I can re-roll a single die.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, 5.
Save it to next time. Remember that one.
Yeah. I would like to apply my focus in combat maneuvers also.
Okay. Combat maneuvers. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
All right, I'm gonna roll 2 successes.
I too got 2 successes.
Mm.
But since you're active, that means you succeeded. Is that right? Yes.
Let me just quickly double check.
Yeah, because that was what we said about the draw. So whoever's the active initiator, which was you, would be.
Oh yeah, we just lose any momentum. So like, yeah, then in which case I succeed.
Which you didn't spend any. So.
Yeah. So the thing with immobilize is it doesn't do any damage, but he cannot do anything but try and escape.
Okay.
Which means that that potentially, if Gary wants to like pile in, he could just attack him without any resistance, or he can do his sneaky bullshit.
Let me just have a quick look at that. What was that?
You know he's picking sneaky bullshit.
Yeah.
Was that something? That was something you added, wasn't it?
It's from I think the security book.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Okay, no, that's fine. So, did it say anything about rolling anything to try and escape?
Yes. So, the character has their opponent pinned and unable to take any actions apart from trying to escape the hold each turn with an opposed fitness plus security task.
Plus sec.
With the character occupied with immobilizing their opponent, they forfeit any defensive.
Yeah.
If another attacker succeeds, the character is forced to release the hold.
Okay. For now, you've managed to subdue him, and he's sort of writhing against it. He's not actively trying to escape. He's just staring and going, "How did you get out? How did you escape this your confines?"
Does Gary want to do his thing, or should we play this out?
Well, perhaps we should question the person instead of pummeling him into unconsciousness.
Now let's keep beating on him.
That's the Federation way.
I'm going to let him know in no uncertain terms that Starfleet officers don't appreciate being held in cells like rats in a cage.
He
Yes.
gives you
Why have you brought us here, and how?
He's giving you the Johnny Tight Lips, and I'm saying nothing.
Frankie the Two Shoes. What was his name?
Frankie No Nose.
All right.
Johnny Two
Where
Feet.
you bleeding from,
Sort
Johnny
of-
Tight Lips? I tell it to your mother.
Sort of a meta question. You can decline to answer if this is relevant to the story. Is this actually Telegram or did he just grab a Romulan icon?
No, this is just a generic.
Timelines.
I needed to find a timeline.
This
so
is
I
how
could
he
print it.
died. He's got beaten to death by Riker Dax.
I know. He's got all of Voyager's little
Fantastic.
notes to the family on him in his jacket pocket. And when we shove him down, it breaks, and all of Voyager's hopes and dreams die there.
Amazing.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, well, now that you're in the room, in this room anyway, you can see that on the opposite side of the room from where he was is a locker cabinet. A sort of large, essentially a large cabinet that's, with a, like you'd find a locker. I can't over-explain that enough.
Who's putting him down? Is it me and Scotty, or just
Me?
You.
I think all the Federations are piled on him, and Gary's just standing there staring at us.
Oh, that's true.
Stroking the cat.
Yeah.
Yes, I nod in approval and walk over to the locker.
Okay, so you're locker.
anything hanging
No, you just like very carefully step over.
Yes, you seem to have this under control. I just walk over to the locker.
Phaser.
Brilliant. So I assume you're going to open the locker.
Yeah, in fact, actually,
Yes.
Smokey's got a point. Does he have a disruptor on him?
He does, yes.
Yeah, let's
Can
take
I
that.
disarm him?
Hmm?
Can I disarm him?
You can, yeah. You might have to wait
Or
till
do
your turn.
I
'cause you'll-
need to do that?
It's up to you. You can either do that, or you'll have someone will have to wait till it's their turn because you're still in active combat, essentially.
Oh, then as I'm walking by, I'll just pull the
Okay.
disruptor from his
For a
holster and keep walking to the.
Okay.
I don't know. During the first round of combat, you and your allies may ignore the normal cost for retaining the initiative. I don't even know what that means.
That basically means you can skip over people's turns. So you can be like, I want this person to go next immediately, and usually you have to spend momentum to do that. But Riker has the ability where you can go, I want, say, Dax to go right now, and then because it's the first round of combat and you're like a quick actor, you're like, no, go now.
Yeah. No, we're kind of
Can
going over.
Yeah,
The,
Can I take the disruptor and keep walking to the locker.
I'm going to say that taking that disruptor is going to be sort of a major action. So I'll say you'll take that. But
Oh,
you
then
can.
never mind.
No,
Never
you
mind.
can.
I ignore it.
No,
I
you can.
walk to the locker.
Well, you can take the disruptor and move to the locker, but you can't do anything with the locker until it's your turn.
Oh,
No,
all
he's
right,
too
I guess
he's too curious for that. Just let him keep fighting the Romulan, and you go
I
open
have faith in the Starfleet personnel.
So you're going over that. Okay, so
The do-gooders of the galaxy, they'll handle it.
let me just look at my information. Throw
the cat at the locker.
Okay, the locker does have a simple control panel, but it is locked. If you wish to bypass it, that is daring plus security. For you, it will be difficulty 3 due to you not knowing Romulan, having no expertise in Romulan security, unless you want to use one of your talents or maybe a value to the to otherwise. You cannot use dress for success.
No. I was just thinking my xenobiology and computer focuses don't come into play here at all.
Yeah, they can do. So I will allow you to use one of those for your role. So what have I said? Daring? Did I say daring security? Yeah, I said daring security. So if you were to roll under a 1 or a 2, you would get 2 successes, as opposed to when you roll a 1, you get 2 successes. But this is difficulty 2 if you want to try it, and you have a ton of momentum if you want to spend it.
Sure. Momentum just gives me an extra die roll, is that?
Yep.
Or it increases the target? Okay.
You can buy up to 3 dice roll with increasing costs.
All right. Well, I'll spend 1.
Okay.
And I'm a target 10, I guess. Daring 8, security 2.
Yep. So 3 dice.
So I'm rolling 3 dice. Okay. Let me go over to D&D Beyond, where I will use their die
Am I
roll
the only one
system.
with physical dice?
I was going to
No,
ask.
I have them. It's just easier to do multiple rolls at the same time. I have an 8, an 11, and a 13, so that's only 1 success.
That is only 1 success.
Yes.
So, yeah, no, unfortunately, the control panel it starts to register, but unfortunately, you are unable to open it at this time. Okay, we are going to go back to the Romulan, who is going to try and break out fitness and security. I'm going to say it's difficulty 2. I'll say this is the standard one. So, I'm going to pay a threat to give myself a dice, so we can break out of this. So this would be this is a major action, isn't it, Stars? This is not going to be minor because it's actually a
Yeah, it would
task.
be.
So his fitness and security. I need to find out what that is. 1 second.
And this is an opposed roll, I believe.
Oh, as well. Okay, so I've still got. Yeah, that's right, because I'm opposing you, aren't I? Fitness and security. Yeah. Okay.
Gary, you selfish bastard! You could have taken his disruptor.
I only got
After
one.
it fails, I tell them to hurry up because this door has to be.
He only got 1 success, so he is still incapacitated. So I believe it's over to you, Scotty.
Can we drag the Romulan over and try to use his handprint to open the locker?
You certainly can. That will be. That will be. Bold of you to assume it's a handprint, but I'll go with it.
Well, what hand eye will
Yeah,
shove
that's
different
fine, yeah.
body parts against the locker until it opens.
Plot twist, it's a dick print.
I'll use
no
my
one will ever
focus.
suspect it.
It's just a hole in the computer.
I'll use my focus and micro wormhole technology to figure that one out.
Okay. In that case, can you give me fitness and security? He's quite a lunk. Give it to me difficulty 3. I will allow someone to assist for this one though.
I feel like it makes sense for me to assist here.
I'm
Actually, no. Riker, actually, you do it because you have a better fitness and security than I do.
quite good at it. How many do I roll? Or do I just roll 1?
One.
You just roll 1.
Yes. I'm also going to use 1 momentum because I'm going to need all the dice I can get here.
Okay.
All right, fitness and security. And so I've got to get under
I rolled a
10.
4.
You rolled a
But
4.
on assist.
Fucking nice.
Nice.
Yeah, but on an assist, does it matter?
I rolled 2 failures and a 20, so
Holy shit.
I'm apparently still completely smashed. I must have been drinking the green stuff with the Kelvin before I came on this.
ISIS does not approve.
No. Okay,
Oh,
so
so-
as you are trying to get him up, you're trying to get him up and drag him, and as you do, your footing slips, and he manages to free himself from the restraints. So he is now
Damn it.
no longer incapacitated. And because of your 20, he is now going to take a free attack against Scotty. So that
Bring
is
it on.
so this is going to be a opposed roll of, and why can I never remember this? Daring and
Daring plus
security.
security.
Daring and security. So yeah, daring and security is okay. So, yeah. Ooh. Okay,
No success.
I got 2.
Naturally.
So he's going to roll
Oh,
attack
God.
against you. So his unarmed strike is this. So you will take
I shouldn't have picked a character with a red shirt. That was a bad idea.
take 4.
I'm wearing red too.
Take
technically.
4 stress, and you are now knocked down. Okay, so it is now. Who went next? Was it Riker or Dax?
Riker, I think.
Riker. Okay, so it's Riker's turn now.
Right. So, okay, so now if I attempt to task with security and by any one or more d20 by adding to threat, I can re-roll a single die.
Yeah.
My pool, so I'll do that because I'll use momentum to add a die.
Yep.
And my unarmed strike has vicious 1 damage.
Okay,
I don't know whether
that's when you roll
Already-
effect. So we have to. Are you attacking me essentially?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so
I'm-
yeah, both roll daring security.
Yeah, daring security. That's 15. 3 successes.
3. I got 2. So you win the combat. So you roll. You now roll. Where is your
5d6, I believe. it was.
5d6. Yeah.
Hold on. Does he gain momentum for?
You should do, right?
Yes. You actually do gain 2 momentum. Thank you. So you're back up to 4 momentum.
3 we're at.
Okay, I've got 2 6s, 2 and 3 4s.
2 6. So it's 2 damage plus 2 effect. So you can. Stars, am I right?
You can knock him down again, and you can do finishes as well. You know?
Yeah. So
What,
so he's not. Yeah, he is knocked down again, and he has got. You've got vicious, which adds another damage for each effect. So what did you say? Roll 2 5s. Did you say?
No, 2 6s.
2 6s. 2 6s. So essentially, he has taken 4 damage. He is starting to look a bit weary, starting to look a bit bloody, and he is now knocked down on his ass yet again. He is not the most competent
I'm
fighter
just
in the world.
picturing Gary watching us like up, down, up, down.
And we're ready for our lives here.
Dax.
All right. What do I have to roll to take this guy's disruptor off him and hold him up with it?
Should we say disarm? Disarm's usually an effect, but I will say that if you want to go try and disarm,
But he's knocked down, right?
He is knocked
No, he's
down.
back up.
No, he's now knocked down again because Riker just
Oh,
knocked him
he
down.
is?
One of the effects
Okay.
was
Yeah.
knocking him down. Give me daring and security difficulty. Difficulty 2.
Okay, I'm gonna buy a dice using momentum here. So
gonna say,
3d20.
Last time I was too easy on you guys, so I'm trying to balance.
So
that
it
out.
was daring plus security, you said?
Yes.
Okay, 11. And I'm gonna again use my focus and combat maneuvers.
Okay.
0 successes. Christ.
You failed, but no critical. So he just manages to move out of the way. You try and reach for his
This is
disruptor.
the toughest son of a bitch in the Alpha Quadrant.
Attacking him. Knock him down, but he can't. He's just keeping getting back. A weevil.
Fighting off 3 of us at once.
All right, I'll join this fray. In total disgust, I make my way over
Okay, go on.
to the pile. I put Isis down and proceed to use my Venusian Aikido to disarm and subdue.
You're
the
gonna
Romulan.
disarm as well.
It's the penultimate evolution in the martial arts.
That's right.
Disarm.
Not the ultimate. the
Yeah,
penultimate.
give me daring security difficulty 2 again, please.
Just waiting for the Who-mobile to turn up.
Oh, hang on.
Oh,
I
are you? Should I add a momentum or something?
Yeah, well, I can spend 2 momentum to give you assistance from me using my presence and command.
Ah.
So I'll do that. I want to do that. So
Okay.
get that up there.
So
Sure.
down to 1.
go for that disruptor because I reckon I'll
Alright.
win assistance.
So I'm rolling 4 dice total. Is that the idea?
No, you were still rolling
you
2.
roll-
Yeah, go on.
And I roll
Oh,
one.
Okay. I got a 14 and a 5.
So how many successes is that?
1.
So you got 1. So it's
one.
up to you, Spocky.
Yeah, I got 13, so that's another success.
Fantastic. So you've successfully disarmed him. Who's taken the weapon? Gary or Riker?
But to me, I'm completely in control.
Action, I just did an assist, so it could be him.
Okay, so yeah, so Gary, you're now in possession of a Romulan disruptor rifle. Upon seeing this, the Romulan security officer just kind of stops resisting, and he's very much just like, "Whoa, no, okay, that's fine. Just chill out, guys. Let's just keep this easy now. Let's just chill
Oh,
out."
so now he wants to talk.
Son,
I'll take him by his Romulan colour. Where are we? What do you want with us?
you're on a Romulan ship, and I don't know.
Can we use the dick scan now to try to open the locker?
I didn't want to
It's
do it because
not-
I'm afraid. If you want to convince him, you can use some rolls to try and convince people to do things. So you can take that approach, or you can try and look at the control panel again and try and decipher it.
Look, it's not going to go well for you if you keep on doing this. What you need to do is help us work out what's going on in this ship. What's going on with us knights? I've got a focus in diplomacy. I'm going to try and convince him to help us with that kind of the ship's in danger kind of thing.
It's like, okay. I've been in so much trouble. Like, my commander, she's such a bitch. Like, if she ever finds out, I'm dead. I'm dead. Like, no, I'm not kidding. I will be dead. Like, no two ways about it. So, can you give me reason and command difficulty 2 to try and persuade him to do this for you?
30. No, 40. Right, okay.
And what did you say? Sorry, you had a diplomacy. So if you roll anything under a 5, that will count as 2 successes.
Okay. So I use... How much momentum have we got at the moment?
You've got 1.
I'll leave it. I've rolled a 5 and a 19.
Oh, he's still like hesitant. He's like, I want to help. I want to help you. I really do. I honestly, like, if it was up to me, if we were at home, I would totally stick my hand on that control panel and open it. But I'm just security guard here, man. I just got appointed last week. You know, this is my first day.
Can I like check what rank he is? Like, does he like Romulans would have a visible rank insignia, right?
I'm not too familiar. He's very basic, like low level security. Essentially, like just a grunt that's been told, stand there, guard that. You can essentially say he's.
I'm gonna turn to Riker and say, "What's Romulan for Nuremberg defense?"
I don't know. A punch to the face.
I like the way you think. So we haven't had any. Can I try the panel? I might have more luck than
Yeah, you
Mr.
can.
Seven.
Yeah, I'm gonna say we're out of combat now, so you guys could do anything
Okay.
freeform now. So he's very, very much no. He's not got a disruptor rifle. He's a bit like, oh shit. So yes, you can go and try the panel. I cannot remember what I said before, but let's say it is so insight and engineering. I'm gonna go for difficulty 2.
Okay.
I loosened it
so
for you.
Well, what I was actually going to say is I want to lean on the panel, turn to Mr. Seven, and be like, "Hey, handsome, you want to help me out here for an assist?"
Are you talking to me or the cat?
Both.
Either.
I'll gladly assist you.
Okay,
Cat,
cool.
Isis is looking really jealous right now. She is not happy. Tails in the air, like
No, don't be jealous.
All right. So, can I again use computer expertise here?
you can, yes.
Perfect. Okay. So it was insight plus engineering. You said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I need to roll 3d20. My target number is
3d20. Are you rolling momentum?
Because the computer expertise.
Oh, of course. Yes, you've got an extra one on that.
Yeah. Dax is busted crazy good.
Yeah. Oh, of course, yeah.
12.
Bonus d20. Okay, that's fine. You asking for
And I
this?
don't. I want it. I want all the help I can get.
Yeah, you're just trying to get
Okay.
close to Gary.
Hey, man.
This is before Dax meets Worf. Come on.
Yeah, no, she digs his aesthetic. One success.
One success. Okay, so you need one from Gary as well.
I'm just rolling one die. Is that the idea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. I pressed the wrong button.
Nothing opens. The Romulan security guard just looks over and goes, "You guys suck."
Remind me which one of us is being held up at Disruptor Point again, pretty boy?
Yeah, I walk over to him and shove my the disruptor under his chin and say, "You open it."
Okay, I think for that, give me a reason and security. I'm going to make a difficulty one because that is quite a convincing argument.
Reason and security.
There's something very formal about the barrel of a gun.
That is target 13, and I got a 12 and a 15.
Okay, that's one
So one
success.
success. Yeah,
He's
that's
just
what we
like,
needed.
okay, right, I've been convinced. I just don't tell the commander about this, otherwise I am in such deep shit. And so he then wanders over, and I assume you guys are sticking quite close to him, and he pushes his hand to the control panel, and the control panel opens up, and you see it's all your gear. Everything that you come equipped with on your character sheets is now freely available to you to use as you once had it. And on that note, I'm going to very quickly go to the lavatory and pick myself up a little bit more wine. So I'll be back in 2 seconds.
No worries. Drink break.
Yes.
So incidentally, good or siete in chat basically put, written instructions will be cool. So anyone who is interested, I have basically a condensed form of the rule book and also of the combat tactics that you can use in this game, because the core rule book as is kind of a mess. If you guys want that, just ping us and we can add a Google Drive link here, or we can find some way of hosting it, or I can send it to you guys. It would probably be quite helpful if you guys want to learn the system, because it's a good system to learn, but the rulebook is about as friendly as a cornered rat.
Yeah, this is way too complicated. I just try to do something, and if they tell me I can't do it, then I try something else. So, but I think we're a little less formal than most Star Trek Adventure streams. So,
Yeah, I like to think
There
so.
are other Star Trek Adventure streams.
No,
apparently,
we are the only one. We are the #1 premium exclusive
Premium.
gluten-free. Alright.
you know, I kind of want to try to palm Gary Seven's servo pen before he notices it missing. I'm gonna see
Oh, too late.
if I can do that.
I have
when
it
that gets-
already.
Oh God!
I grabbed
So
first thing I
question, would
grabbed
you
from the
recognize
closet.
him? Would you guys recognize each other?
I don't think Scotty would have interacted
Yeah.
with him in that episode.
No. You were
Was-
in the transporter room when I
Was he?
arrived.
Okay.
I believe so.
Well, then
But
I
you're
know
too
what a
drunk, so that's
scoundrel
fine.
you are.
Scotty now coming to the realization, like, hang on a minute. Do I know you?
I feel like I know you.
I think he's got the Men in Black memory deleter.
The neuralizer, yeah.
Yes, the pen servo does many things.
Oh, hang on, I've got to make
Doesn't
it.
work on wood, oddly enough.
That's fair.
Yeah, that was after Doctor Who, wasn't it? But was it after the sonic screwdriver? When did they start doing that?
I think it was
I'm pre-
contemporaneous, because I think the second Doctor did have a version of the sonic screwdriver.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So we have all of our gear.
You do. You have your phasers, your comm badges. Gary has his servo back, which we're gonna have to work out how that works because that is incredibly overpowered. So that's going to be difficult roles to use.
What do you mean? It's fine. It's fine.
You've got a cat and a tool that does everything.
It's the plot armor pen. He just points
Me
it
and
at
my
things
staff
and
of
they-
Magi are fine.
I want to play D&D.
All right, so we've got So is there a
Hold on.
panel like a computer panel like a access?
Not in this room, no. This is essentially just a utility room for storage. It's not designed for anything sort of related to the ship, but since it was containing your sensitive information, it needed to be guarded.
Okay.
Do we need to drag this Romulan around the ship with us, or can we lock him in the
Should chop.
closet?
You can lock him in the closet if you wish.
Let's do that.
We
then.
do have our phases.
Well-
We could just stun him.
Can I use my pen servo to make him sleep right now? Will you allow it?
Say no.
Have a stun-
Actually, no. I'll allow it this
setting.
time because I'm done with this character. So I mean, you can drag him around with you if you wish. It's entirely up to you what you wish to do.
No, don't drag it. No. It causes painful awkwardness for the DM, and
I get to play
Yes,
too.
let's lock him.
And he's as strong
him in
as
the
the
closet.
three of us. So
Yeah.
just zap him and put him in the cupboard.
All right. I'm not gonna make you roll for this because essentially you've got this isn't a non-issue. You set your phases to stun. He is now passed out in the
And we all
corner.
shoot him at the exact same time, and he somehow doesn't die.
Yeah. So he essentially is passed out and is now.
he absorbs our phaser power and grows twice the size.
Who knew he was Ultraman all along?
All right. Do we want to take a crack at one of the other two locked rooms in the area?
The room, just for context, the
Yeah.
rooms aren't locked, so you can walk in and out of them. So, which one would you like to
okay.
try next?
Well, I think maybe it might be an idea to split up and do 2 on each door.
Something's got me.
I'm not convinced about that in the fight. Let's do that other door first, all together, and see what. And then after that, good.
All right, I want to team up with Jedzia and her overpowered ability. So
Okay,
I'm alright with that. And look, we're in matching uniforms.
there you go. Look at that. Yeah, he's very
All right,
confused
cool.
by you right now. He's like, "Have we served together?"
You might have seen me on Deep Space K7. A wink. Alright, cool. So should we just do like a synchronized countdown of 3, 2, 1, and then open the door?
Are you doing this door here? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
we'll go across the hall.
Okay.
I
so-
see a blue bar there, so I assume that's something.
Okay. So the door opens. There is no one.
Hold on,
in-
wait. Can you put the Romulan back in the locker?
Oh yeah,
please?
sure. Sorry, he's not with you. Yeah, you locked him in there.
He's just like peering over
Sorry.
our shoulders, like, "Hey guys, can I join in?
I wish I could. That'd be so
Back in
funny.
there, get back in there."
How you doing? Can I come too? So as you look into
So
the
we're
room,
definitely splitting up.
okay. So as you look in, go on.
Tsunkatse Siete in chat says it's so much better skirmishing with you guys on TV. That's very
Aw.
sweet.
Thank you. Yes, as you look
So,
into
the room.
the room, as you look into the room, is fairly barren. There are a few computer panels around, but on the one end where that blue box is, you see that this is Dax. Since you are fluent in Romulan, you see this says environmental controls, but there is no one in this room. But it does just say
Okay.
environmental controls.
As long as we're still all breathing, I don't want to mess with that box.
I believe that. I reckon it turns off the oxygen to the holding cell that we're in, so that we can like gases or kill us like at a whim.
Fellas, I hate to say it, but I'm a simple woman. I see a control panel and I want to press it.
It's like the Dougal do not press the button.
Can I at least like crack it open and see what it controls?
Okay, yep, you can go over there. So if you want to do a purely investigatory roll, I cannot say that, investigatory roll.
Investigatory, yes.
Give me insight.
Investigatory.
Give me insight and science difficulty 2. Oh no,
Cool,
I'll
and I will
make
roll
it
3.
difficulty 1. I'll make it difficulty 1. Sorry, I'll give you easy because you're
And I will again use my computer expertise.
okie dokie.
I swear, if you accidentally trigger the Nerazine gas, I'm going to kick you right in the lady bits.
Well, I'm wondering if Romulan ships come equipped with an esthazine, because I might be able to flood the other decks. That'd be lovely. And I don't have any applicable focuses. Okay, 3d20. Let's have a look. A 2, a 19, an 18. Wow, that was close. One
It appears
success,
to run
so-
on some kind of electricity.
Can I stick my tongue to it like one of those old batteries and see how much power is running through it?
Yeah.
So I got 1 success. That was how much I needed, right?
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, so yeah, you can tell this is the environmental controls for the entire ship. It controls temperature, how much oxygen concentration's in the room, and you also notice that there is a port on the bottom for also adjusting the input for what spreads through the ship, essentially.
Well,
What? Essentially the ship.
Hmm?
What was that last bit?
Sorry, it essentially controls what kind of atmosphere is spread through the ship.
Oh,
so
shit.
if we could find some
Oh, shit.
anethazine, then that'd be really useful.
Why don't we isolate this area and just get rid of the oxygen everywhere else?
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Okay.
That being okay, before we do that though, we are on a Romulan ship that is being attacked. So
Yeah.
can I jury rig and bypass the isolinear subprocessor and
Oh my
get maybe like a view of the bridge or exterior sensors? Can I get that?
Okay, give
Dude,
me.
come on, it's the plumbing. It's the
Let's-
plumbing. You can't access the plumbing to get
There is
to
some-
the
no,
external sensors.
there is some basic life support here. So what I will say is give me insight and science difficulty 2, and I will tell you what you can see based on what you roll.
Okay, 14. That's that.
I fire phasers from the waste processing plant.
Oh yes, 4 successes.
You just beat the game. So hang on, what was the
Wait,
last
what?
difficulty 2?
Wait, how do you get 4?
Got crit
So I
again.
rolled
Yeah.
a 1, a 5, and a
Oh,
12.
Okay.
So you're
Because
actually up to 5.
my science is incredible.
Okay, so you can actually tell the crew complement was 10. This is what the how much the ship was outfitted for. You can tell this is a small, not quite a scout ship, but slightly larger than, and it's been outfitted for special operations. This is what the machine is telling you. Yes, the crew complement is 10. Currently, there is a standard atmosphere running all through the ship. What more do I want to tell you with that roll? That is a pretty good roll. What can tell you is that there are... Hang on a minute, I need to just have a quick look.
Well, in fact, you know what? I have access to environmental control, do I not?
You do, yes.
So that would tell me if there's any venting of atmosphere or any damage to environmental systems elsewhere on the ship,
Okay.
therefore giving me a damage report.
Okay,
Oh,
okay. No, I will take that as the one thing you're allowed rather than the other thing I was going to give you. So at current time, there is no environmental leaks on the ship. Oxygen levels are currently maintaining optimum efficiency.
Oh.
Okay. So there's no breaches in environmental control anywhere.
No, there is no extra
I'm
strain
not
to the
detecting
system.
any leak.
Don't you people in the 24th century ever pee?
Can everyone roll me a... Hang on, 1 second. Give me a control... fitness and security difficulty 1, please, because there is a sudden explosion. You are rocked.
Alright, 2d20, 11.
2 successes.
1 success.
1 success, fail. Sorry, what did you say, Spocky?
Wait, hold on. We're rolling 2?
Yeah, 2.
Yeah, 2d20.
Oh, then I rolled a 1, so 2 successes.
2 successes. Oh, did you? Nice.
Well, the second dice.
Oh shit, you've maxed
Fitness and what?
out.
And security?
Security, yeah. So you actually maxed out momentum now.
No, I failed.
You
216.
failed. So what did you get? Actually, what was your dice roll? You didn't crit fail, did you?
216s.
216.
Yeah.
You're fine. So you're all buffeted. You're all rocked. Gary, you are actually knocked over on your feet, and you take 1 stress. So you're now down to 10 stress. So you take a slight rupture to your coccyx.
I'm
Okay.
trying to work out. We
Wait,
worked
hold
out
on.
all
It's
here.
cock 7. He's Gary 7.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry, go on.
Oh, 15th of the 5th, 21. Drop a file. You exited from the game.
Oh shit.
Never mind. So, what was
Not important.
So it's not important
Oh,
to me. What I'm saying,
yep, sorry. Yeah, no, you're right. I did exit from the game. What happened there?
I'm lost without the minimap.
Hang
are
on.
we sure that we're actually on an actual ship and this isn't just a holographic representation? I find it hard to believe that the ship is falling apart or being attacked and everything throughout the whole place is just absolutely fine. You know, the oxygen is fine. There's no hull breaches or anything like that. We're all good.
Throw a
I-
rock
Yeah,
at the
that's why I
far
wanted
wall.
a damage report. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wondering whether that might be something to consider. Oh, well, we can't go any further south beyond that, can we?
Yeah.
Throw a rock at the wall and see if it shimmers.
You can do that.
You have another way to test for holodecks?
Well, if I have access to the environmental controls, I could potentially cause a gas leak and ignite that and cause an explosion.
In the ship that we're on.
Yeah, why not? Just do it on the bridge.
Why not?
Who
Because
cares?
it'll kill us. That's why not.
Do it on the bridge. Do it in the utility closet where that guy is. He'll be fine.
Let's not start exploding the ship while we're on it, please.
Can
Okay.
I check the other room?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's just consider while we're going around here.
Yes.
Expect foul play. I mean, beyond the obvious foul play that we're on.
Do the environmental controls allow us to detect where the other 9 Romulans might be?
It tells you that they are on the ship, but it doesn't say where. The atmosphere is calibrated for them to be on on each deck. In case it's not going to tell you that this person's on this deck and going to be optimum amount of oxygen on the deck is just spreading it equally through the ship. So it can tell you that's the crew complement it was equipped for, but not to tell you exactly where they are.
I'm guessing since
ship with just a few people on it, or is this a small ship with a normal amount? See how many decks there are.
it's relatively small deck, right? Like you said, it was a small ship, but not quite a scout.
Okay. Yeah. I can see. Yeah. I'll say I can tell you how many decks there are. There are 5 decks on this ship with a complement of 10.
Inspired by Rev Damar in chat, Scotty yells, "Computer Arch!" running through each different room. Computer Arch! trying to get the holodeck to open up.
And Jed G is running behind him, yelling like, "You gotta say it in Romulan, you ass!"
Keeping in mind that Scotty doesn't know what a holodeck is, but Computer Arch.
Keyboard. It's the keyboard.
Well, actually, there is a Taz episode where they actually have a holodeck on the original series Enterprise, so you might know.
Okay.
No Arch appears. Just so you know.
I think Gary's got the right idea. I think we should check out this last room and see if there's anything interesting. We can come back to the environmental controls if we need them.
I'm sure there's a computer you can hack, Jadzia.
Okay, who's going into this last room?
I'll send Scotty first.
Okay.
He's Mr. Expendable.
Here's the red
Right,
shirt.
He has been killed before, hasn't he? I think he died in TOS
Oh,
episode.
loads of times.
But for
Basically
Scotty, it
Obi at
was
this point.
Tuesday.
You open the door and you see a turbo lift. Hence the shape of the turbo lift in my badly MS Paint. So this is a turbo lift. As you sort of you can all walk in. I'll say Scotty walks in. You see, and what I just revealed to you, that you see a panel that leads you to the 5 decks of the ship. Now, you have deck 1, which is the bridge. Deck 2, crew quarters. Deck 3, the cargo deck. Deck 4, which is the deck you are on. And deck 5, which is engineering.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but maybe we should try to gas everyone before we go access the rest of the ship. Although we do have one disruptor with us.
I mean, if this isn't a holo projection, the ship's under attack, and we suddenly put everybody asleep, it's going to be an awful lot of problems.
Well, we could only gas certain decks. We could gas crew quarters and what were the other ones? Like cargo bay.
Yeah.
Investigate those and then work our way to the rest of the ship. Leave engineering and the bridge alone because those are vital systems.
Oh, no, we don't have time. If we're under attack, we should try to commandeer the bridge first.
True, but then we'd have to potentially be fighting off whoever. Because if it's not a Federation starship attacking us, then we're still under attack. And I don't think you guys know how to read Romulan.
So we try and work out who's attacking. We need to get to a viewport, somewhere with a viewport, so we can see what's outside.
I think we need to make either engineering or crew quarters. I think would be my vote.
Yeah.
Let's do engineering.
Because you can always reroute bridge control from engineering. That's like a
I need to
Star Trek
redeem
staple.
myself.
Well, you can on Federation vessels, but can you on Romulan?
Hold on. Chad,
I'll just
Chad's
threaten
saying
to
go
blow up
cargo.
Singularity. Yeah.
Chad is saying go to cargo bay.
Fine, that sounds like a good idea.
That just wants us to abuse the equipment list.
Let's see if I
Fuck up their inventory. This will show them.
Peel the label off the cargo box, stick it on the one next to it.
No
took off
Romulan cat food for you.
They took all the film off the new equipment. How could they? It's like someone's OCD on that ship.
Peeling the plastic off the...
Oh.
Does the place look new, by the way, Idle? Is it like really new, shiny kind of material?
No, this is not It's not an old ship. It's not a new ship. It's a used ship. Essentially, it's I don't know.
Slightly used, a few hundred miles on the kilometer.
Yeah. It's had a few light years on the clock. It's been
For
through a
only
few
5,000
MOTs.
down, you can have a slightly used Romulan Warbird. Come on in, 5% APR.
All right, where you going? And are you all
That's
going?
the savings under you.
Yeah, we should all go together. There's no point in splitting up.
Yeah, no. If there's only 4 of us and like none of them, like I don't want to get like destroyed when we walk in on like half the complement.
By the way, I vote that Riker gets is the one to carry the phaser around because I don't trust me.
I think you all
I don't
have
trust
your
Gary.
You all have your equipment back. So you
Oh,
should
that's
all
right. We have a
phasers, yeah.
subject. Okay.
Yeah.
Phaser.
All right. Can I dual wield then the Romulan and the Federation one?
I think so. I think you can only fire.
There are no explicit rules about dual wielding, but there's nothing to say you can't.
No.
Well, then we can do it.
Okay.
And you look cool.
Yeah. Can I
You
hold
hold
my
it
Romulan
sideways, yeah.
disruptor sideways?
To be fair, like the way that guns work in Star Trek, where like there's no recoil, there technically wouldn't even be a you have to worry about aiming. But
That's true.
Can I quickly steal the Romulan's uniform off of him?
You can.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can indeed.
Maybe we can do the old prisoner like gimmick.
Okay.
I think the main problem with the whole stealing the Romulan's uniform thing is always got those
Scotty
things.
kind of has a bags, Romulan bags going.
That's true. It's true.
It would be enough to get us like into the room before they suspect anything.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay. So who are you taking the uniform?
Wait, but where are we going? All right, now we have 2 people's. Oh no, that's still Tsunkatse Siete. She wants to go to the cargo bay to find goodies. I say let's oblige Chad.
Sure, I'm happy to obey the
Okay.
whims of.
Yeah, why not?
Are you taking the uniform, and who is wearing it?
Oh yes, definitely taking the uniform. Well, we can decide that later. if
Okay,
we
so
decide.
you're just having it for now, but you're just gonna.
Yeah.
We're
can't
gonna meet that poor Romulan naked and shivering.
I can't see Gary Seven disrobing from his suit and putting on a Romulan uniform.
Yeah, no, he just
so-
wears it over the suit.
He changes 3 times in that episode.
Oh, that's true.
Just-
Okay. Are you equipping it now, or are you gonna wait and to see what's on the other side?
We'll wait.
Okay, you're gonna wait.
No.
Okay, so
Yeah.
where are you heading? So you're heading to the cargo bay.
Okay, I'll go
Yes.
back, yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna move you up here. Hang on. Look at this. This is seamless. So welcome to the cargo bay. Okay. Okay. Welcome to the cargo bay. Okay, so
Are there any plasma fires going on? in
there
the
are no
cargo
plasma
bay?
fires. So
Okay, good.
there is an external door which currently has an active force field around it, but the door is also shut as well. So the door is shut, there is also a force field going on. There are no craft
Okay,
or
good.
shuttles, no cargo bays. It's not a particularly big cargo bay, but it does have a small cargo transporter in one corner, which is just here with my little orange circles, you can see there.
Ooh.
Little cargo transporter. You can also see some barrels here as well. And yes, that's all.
If we drop them on some Klingons, then we'll have a really like philosophical episode of TNG to
Hold
play
on,
out.
we got to do the old TNG trick where we transport to opposite sides of the bridge, the 4 of us. And
I
have
was
them
actually
surrounded.
thinking that if we have our bases pointed out, we could take the bridge really easily.
Yeah, let's do that. Wait, should we
In fact,
teleport the
check-
cargo containers in there first to confuse them, and then us?
Well, I want to. What is in these cargo containers? Can we check?
You can.
Yes, let's oblige Siete.
Yeah, she wants to know what kind of goodies are in the cargo bay.
Yeah, we
so-
should scavenge.
Can we transport the contents of them so it just goes wherever it goes?
Well, let's find out what it is first. I don't want to be dropping acid on people if that's what it is.
Who
You don't want to be dropping acid?
Who is checking the cargo containers?
Wait, hold on. How about the guy with the tricorder gets to
I think you've all
scan
got
them?
tricorders, I think.
No, the one that can make noise. You know?
Oh yeah. So it's
Oh,
Daxa.
me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, we have the
All right.
props.
Okay, give me
I will go for a bioscan. So
insight and science. Oh shit! Sorry, I just closed roll 20.
No, the mini map.
No, hang on.
Thanks for coming, everyone.
Sorry, game over. Hang on, I'll reopen it. Hang on. Give me insight and science. Difficulty 3, please. Because
Okay,
these are
difficulty
Romulan
3.
containers. You don't know how they open.
We have maxed
Don't they
out
just have the
momentum,
big
right?
twist
You do,
top
yes.
like all the other containers?
Can I spend 3 momentum to get some extra die here, guys?
How many momentum do we have?
You're max.
Oh, then yeah.
Cool,
Burn
so I
it.
will have 4 d20. Does someone want to assist?
Assist in you scanning it?
Say you're all
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just with scanning with my.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, cool. So that's 1 d20. I will have 4, so we have our max d20. I will go. I have 2 successes.
Wait, isn't that Met?
That was Geo.
Oh, you said bio. I'm like, that wasn't bio.
You know, you learned them now. Mr. Seven?
I rolled a 15, so
Oh,
I don't know.
You know
I
they
have
are
any
storing.
assistance here.
You know they are currently storing something. These are not empty cargo containers, but you cannot decipher what is inside them.
you got to blow in the cartridge.
Yeah, can I just
Wait,
scan again?
this is a flute. No one told
See-
me that.
I don't know. I don't know about the rule about trying again. That's the thing about it's like you failed once, so I'm going to assume that precludes the fact you can't succeed it in a future attempt. Like you've already.
Well, if someone else does it, then
Yeah. If Scotty was to have a go, but I think for as far as Dax is concerned, Dax doesn't know, and I think Gary can't help either. Sort of. If we look at this like logically, he's tried.
All right.
It the same way. So yeah, it's
Unless you guys try and just prise open the containers, but if there's anything toxic inside, that would cause a problem.
oh yeah, that's not very smart.
I have an idea. What about if we grab the transporter and transport a small amount of whatever is in the container and hold it in the pattern buffer and have a look at what's inside?
Is there a cargo manifest on the wall?
That's an idea,
No,
actually.
no, we're gonna do this other thing first.
stay on the side. What's
I
in
apologize.
Hold on. No one knows pattern buffers like Scotty.
I just love the idea of you guys like spending hours and hours, and then someone just comes out with a clipboard and just goes, "Yeah, it's potatoes." Yes, you can use the transport.
Paul Nee points out it's going to be self-stealing symbols. That's what it's going to be.
So, as you are not familiar with the Romulan language, Scotty, this is going to be an extra.
Wait, hold
plus-
on.
What?
I have a focus in transporters, so this is gonna be a cinch.
Okay, so I am actually going to spend a threat to make this difficulty 3. So to even operate it, you will need to give me a engineering and presence roll difficulty 3.
Can I assist?
Okay.
No. I don't know.
Okay.
No, because she already tried it and failed. So
Well, she
we
tried.
Well,
She
we're
tried to
doing a different
analyse.
thing, though.
You're doing different things.
Yeah, I tried to scan.
okay.
We're doing the
I
transport
will
buffer
say
trick
yes,
now, right?
I will say yes, but you cannot use your computer expertise on this particular because you're not a transporter
That's fine.
expert.
Well, also, I'm not doing the primary role anyway, so...
All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy 2 dice,
Oh, shit.
and I'm gonna use
Oh, three.
my talent in cautious.
You're going to use all
And
your
I
momentum
attempted-
now.
That's fine.
Okay.
Fuck it,
Everyone
we
else
get it
agrees?
back anyway.
Okay.
We get it back easy. Yeah, when we played in the past, we ended
Famous
up
last
with
words.
Yeah.
capped momentum. So, all right, I'm gonna use my cautious talent so I can re-roll 1. What is
Whoa,
this? Presence and
One
engineering.
success
Continue.
from me.
Okay. What did I say? Difficulty 3, didn't I?
Yeah.
What was this? Presence and engineering.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so I got 2 successes, and I get to re-roll 1 of the dice,
You've got all your 3 now, so.
Yeah, but we want momentum.
Oh, that's true.
and it didn't succeed. So we got
Okay.
3.
Okay, so you can use the transporter as you see fit. You managed to decipher the controls. This is now sort of free for you to use.
Nice.
Oh, so we don't have to roll later if we want to ambush them on the.
I will say that, yeah, you'll need a roll if you're going to transport something specific, but in general operation, like if you wanted to just, say, transport these cargo containers somewhere, or if someone was at the controls transporting someone specific, but without much finesse, then you can do that. I'll be liberal, but if you're going to start kind of do some advanced tactics, then
All right.
we'll roll again.
We're gonna beam the potatoes into the pattern buffer and see what they are.
I'll allow that. So one thing I will say, and I'll make this an easy one. So this will be a Dax or a Maybe a Gary thing if you want to try and give me a insight.
I've been stealing all the roles, like Gary.
Yeah.
Okay,
Insight and science to see if you can decipher what the Romulan controls say about this. Because again, you can't speak Romulan, but Dax can. But this isn't. You can speak Romulan, but if you're coming up with chemical formulas developed on an alien world, this is going to be more Gary's expertise than yours, I think. So can you give me what did I say? Insight and science. Give me just difficulty 1.
That's right.
I'll
All right. Yeah. So I'm aiming for 12. I have that 9 and 3. Let's see. I rolled an 8 and a 17, so 1 success.
1 success. So you don't score any momentum. So you can.
Hell yeah.
So you can tell that this is in fact anesthetine. 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 Yeah. Yes. So this is in fact anesthetine in these barrels.
These are barrels of anesthetine.
Yes.
I didn't know those
barrels.
are stored in barrels.
Is that set people unconscious? Presumably.
Yeah.
Anesthetic and the same thing. Yeah.
Is it gas or is it liquid or?
It is.
It's a gas.
It is a gas. Yes.
It's a small single-page publication dedicated to anesthesia.
All right. So now that we tried
Limited
to
editions.
transport around, is there a cargo manifest on the wall?
There is no cargo manifest. No.
Oh, okay.
I wonder
Then
who's
we
the
did the right thing. All right. We can try beaming the gas, or we can try beaming us, I guess. Yes.
Let's beam.
Or do we want to try to use the environmental controls to distribute the
Yeah, I feel like beaming the anesthetine to the environmental controls and then loading that up might make sense, but... So we have the option ready.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. Well, so we just put it on the quarters and leave it there, knowing that we've got that ready when.
Well, I'll tell you what. I've got an idea. How about I beam the anesthetine and myself to the environmental controls, and then you guys can signal me if you want me to flood a particular deck with anesthetine.
We lock onto the Romulans and beam them into the barrels filled with anesthetine.
I think the barrels are probably pretty small. You just kill them.
Yeah, this isn't. Yeah.
No?
There is an elevator here.
Pickle Romulans. Pickle them.
Romulan.
You could just take the turbo lift down the floor.
Yeah, but that's not as cool as if I transport it.
Well, hold on. How heavy are these barrels?
You can't lift them by not. I would say 2 people could lift them with a roll, but I would say by 1 person by themselves is.
They are filled with gas.
There's no lift in this cargo hold.
No, they're
Yeah,
not.
is there an anti-grav?
No, there is no anti-grabs. They are just there, sort of spooled on the side. And you could push them over and roll them or something. You know, there's options. It's if you're just trying to grab it and lift it. I mean, although Worf got his back shattered by one, and it looked like it was some sort of anti-gravity shenanigans, that you are subject to the limits of your own gravity.
All right, hold on. Riker is the ranking officer.
Dematerializing them and rematerializing elsewhere. It has to be that. That's the way Star Trek works. Beam them somewhere. That's how it works.
Well, yeah, because when Idle described the environmental controls, he decided that there was an input so that we could change what was being fed into the environment.
Yeah. So we can change it to
Chekhov's
these
here.
things.
And he left his phaser on the floor.
All right, Riker's the ranking officer, so tell us
Yeah.
what to do, sir.
Okay. Obviously, I'm not in charge of you, Gary, but the rest of you. I think we ought to investigate engineering, see what's there and who is there. And from that, once we've got control of that place, then we can see what's going on with the bridge. And we can leave the crew quarters till last.
All right, do we want to beam in, or should we take the turbo lift, or what?
I'd beam him.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, why not?
So you're all going to engineering.
Oh,
I
yeah.
still think I should stay behind and get this anesthetine set up.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
Just
yeah,
as a fallback in case something goes wrong in engineering and you guys need help.
you stay there and beam the 3 of us in.
Yeah.
I'll operate the transport, and then once I've gotten you into engineering, then I'll beam myself to environmental controls and get this set up.
One thing I should
Can we
note:
load
with
Gary's?
the transporter it does not have automatic operation. It requires manual operation. So one
Well,
person
here we
has to be
go.
physically controlling it. So one person cannot beam themselves somewhere on a timer, that kind of thing.
Can Gary
Man,
load
Robin
his pen
was way
with some of the
shittier than
gas?
Starfleet.
Sorry, no, he can't load his pen.
No.
Well, okay, then in which case I will volunteer to stay behind because you guys are better at fighting than I am.
What's your focus? Combat tactics?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, but my security is only a 2. That's the thing. So I'm way better with computers. So
That's
All right.
actually it too, well.
Beam
and
us
we've
in,
got
yeah.
I've got a communicator, so we can always just keep in contact, and you guys can just like go like Mayday, Mayday, Mayday if you need me to flood the place
Assuming
with
we're
gas.
conscious, yes.
Well, you know,
Okay.
if I don't hear back from you in 5 minutes, I'll assume that everything's gone tits up.
All right, so the
All right,
three of
let's
you
beam
are
in, boys.
all right. So engineering, which I need to take you to a different page. So welcome to engineering.
Yeah, what if there's a transport accident and you all become Tuvix?
Hang on, I
Then
need to
I'll
change-
need to unfuse you.
I need to change an icon there because you're not Kivas Fajo this time. You're actually Scotty. And we don't have Taurus.
Thank you, Paul Need. You pointed out that we were going to avoid Tuvix this way.
Okay, so here's your engineering deck layout, which you can actually tell from the plant on the transporter. Whereabouts in here would you like to beam? And I'm not going to decipher.
Right into the warp core. Just put us right in the...
Yes, the big circle is the core.
Well, one each side of the controls, so that you can't rush to the controls and do something.
Hold on.
Okay,
Does-
these two
does
just
engineering have a second deck, kind of like
no.
Voyager does?
This is a scout ship, so it's quite sort of like small.
Oh.
So basically, these two guys here, the ensign Tarsus here, are standing in front of the controls. So they're currently operating these
The
controls.
ensign's Tarsus.
Yes,
Have
it's
you
Tarsus.
just
Clones.
validated the witch hunt of poor Ensign Tarsus by placing him on his enemy ship?
Ensign Tarsid.
I needed like a Romulan engineer, and there was no timelines equivalent, so that wasn't
It was
Telegram.
similar. No, there. What's her name? The Turul, Subcommander Turul.
Oh shit!
Oh, he's got a point. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a feeling that Sky's saving that for something.
So my thought here is what like 2 of you beam either side of the warp core, and then whoever's got the disruptor and the phaser beam right in front of the turbo lift, so that you can like be like that, and then you'll have someone each way. I feel like that makes sense.
And then we can Tholian web them with phaser beams from every angle.
Okay, who's going
Hold
where?
on. Hold on. If we beam right behind or right next to the warp core, they won't risk firing on it, right? But we can return fire from there. So maybe it's a little daring, but maybe we should beam right next to the warp core.
So F4 and F8.
Oh, in terms of
You suck my
grid.
battleship.
Using grid.
Wait, these are...
I get across and down. Oh no, F4 and F G H I J K J K8. Yeah, they're in there. Whatever.
Are these labeled?
There's
No,
another.
they're not.
That's
F,
impressive.
A, B, C, D, E.
It's in
F.
grid coordinates.
It's different accents.
Wow.
It's A across and 1, 2, 3, 4 down. It doesn't
A,
matter.
B, C, D, E, F. So F4. Oh, right. So you're saying in front of these two terminals here.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Gotcha.
Right. So that gives us cover, instant cover. And,
Okay.
Yeah. Do
Okay,
I need to roll to transport them that precisely?
Nah, you'll be fine.
Okay.
I'll say you can do it. You got an idea of the deck plan. I will say I'm giving you a little bit of a cheat here because you don't know who's in here. So
Near the warp core, near the instrumentation's a good planning.
yeah. So who's going where? Who's going left? Who's going right? And who's going behind?
So I think Scotty with his dual wheel should be at the door.
Okay.
Gary should go
Well,
to
yeah.
that side. Oh, no, that side.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, bit of flavour. So, where am I? Engineering now. So, you all beam into the engineering room. The transporter buffer fades away from you, and you notice that this engineering room is very badly damaged. There is a lot of explosions and firefights going. There are 2 panicked engineers in front of their consoles attempting to do a lot of work, and you can see the warp core is thrumming in a way that does not look good. Upon entering, you notice...
Robbing?
Yeah.
Abort!
Yeah. Cat,
It's turgid.
Yes, it's perjured. Upon entering, you notice the guards just look shocked, as of like, holy shit, they're here, and they reach to draw their weapons, but the engineers although they notice you, they are very much preoccupied with it. You know, in your head, you've got a choice. It's like, this is dying or that's happening. I can focus on one at a time, and they're focusing on their stations. So I'm going to give... I'm going to say we are in sort of a proto-combat here, depending on what you guys do. So I'm going to give one of you three the choice to decide what you're going to do before we enter a combat.
God, he's going to fire his phasers.
You're going to go dual wield. You're going to go one either side?
Holy guards.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, you know what? There's no loss if you take out the guards. Like if you take out the engineers, that's a problem.
I need
I'm
to...
with you as well.
Hang on, I need to just have a quick look at my NPCs here. Okay.
You could just try and intimidate them, like point a phaser at the walker and be like, "Hey guys, put your phasers down."
Nah, I want to get this first. I want to get these guys down.
You want a Riker shot first? Got it.
That one. Now's not the time for a debate. You know, we've got this walker right behind us. Decisive action is necessary.
Okay, fair enough.
Plus, I reckon I've got some good rolls coming up.
Famous last words.
Yeah. Okay, just to note from where you are standing. So, where I notice here, you've got Riker. Line of fire, we're going to look at here. Riker, if he attempts to shoot the Romulan here, has a chance of hitting the engineer here. Same with Gary 7 and the Romulan here. Crossfire as well. If you decide to shoot the Romulans on this side, I'm going to say any failures or complications I will roll a dice to see how that goes, whether you will hit the engineers or not. So there's a little bit of risk here, depending on who you're targeting with a phaser. But I would say Scotty definitely has the advantage on both. But I will say, Scotty, although you are dual wielding, I'm going to go games rulesy here. You can only target one person at a time.
And I target
But that one person's gonna get fucked up.
Can I target him with both?
I don't know how this works. What do you reckon, Stars? How does this... I don't know about dual wield.
The way
Just
I
give
would
me an
rule
extra
this-
D20 for each pistol I'm holding. So if I'm holding
Yeah,
like
well,
four
what
pistols,
I would do is, in this instance, I would rule. So normally with firing a phaser or disruptor, it's control plus security difficulty 2 for aiming and shooting and hitting your target successfully. To dual wield, I would just up the difficulty by 1.
Okay.
Because you're not dealing with recoil and like there's a degree of self-aiming with a lot of Star Trek weapons, so I think you'd be fine.
I'll up the difficulty by 1, but if you roll an effect, I will add vicious. So it means you get every effect you roll, you will get an extra damage, and I'll apply that regardless of the weapon if you're dual wielding. So
that's not even close to worth it. So
you will get extra damage essentially.
Yeah, 1 damage, but at the risk of an extra.
Well, 1 damage per effect. So if you were to roll, say, 5 dice and roll 6 sixes or 6 5s, you would get 6 damage on top of the damage that you roll. On top of that.
You are saying that he will get to roll for both, like the damage of both weapons, yeah? If he's dual wielding.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it's a case of if you increase the difficulty, then he has to be able to justify the increased damage.
Yeah, that's a better way of looking at it. Okay, so we'll say that you roll increased difficulty, but you roll like a shit ton of D6 dice, essentially.
Yeah.
But you have to roll them per 1 weapon per time.
Yeah, no, I'm just going to use 1. Otherwise, I'm going to fail spectacularly. You guys have killed the funness of the dual wielding. Thank you.
Sorry. I tried to make it work.
Nobody in any game ever has ever successfully dual wielded without it costing a lot of time, effort, or just crap.
I would say as well that you're coming at a transporter, you have to react quick. So you kind of got. You're not just gonna, I know it's Star Trek and they can do everything amazing. Just transport, don't go, yeah, beam, fuck you. But you're gonna beam, gonna be like, oh, what? So you're gonna have to kind of pick a target.
So
All
who's
right,
first? Is it Scotty?
Yeah, Scotty. So which one are you going, left or right? Bit of label is actually.
Hold on. Who do I trust Riker more to shoot his guy? So I'm going to go left.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, you're gonna shoot this guy.
That's a good decision.
Okay, so shooting is it was a control plus security difficulty 2, and that is not opposed. And yes, this is actually for you. It's going to be difficulty 3 if you can use both weapons.
No.
So you can use both, just one.
Do we have momentum at all?
You are.
You have like 1 point, I think.
No, you're out.
Oh.
All right, well, this is going to fail spectacularly. Hold on, what was it? Control and security.
Yes.
All right, I only rolled 1 success.
Okay, well, I will say it causes with that, I'll give you a success at a cost, which means it does hit him, and I'll give you the. It takes 1 stress off him just for that. But he now turns his attention and moves towards you as a success of that. So you do bare minimal damage, but he is now, instead of being focused on, say, Gary or Riker, he is now entirely focused on you. So you've aggroed him, essentially. This is going to be...
Shields up.
Shields up. I'm going to say that's going to be this guy's turn as well. He is also going to fire. He's going to go, holy moly, what's going on? And... yeah, he's a bit gruff. He's been through a few things. He's
saying, holy moly.
Holy moly, I am a study of Earth's...
Holy moly, Jill and true.
Wouldn't it be Jolie Moly?
Jolie moly, motherfucker. Control security has... hang on, let me just check this guy's information. He is a standard guy.
By the way, Spocky, I think this opens up some crossfire.
Oh, it really does. I noticed that.
Control security, so, right.
I yelled that to you as the Romulan pivots and points his phaser at me.
He does hit you. He got 2 successes, so he is using his disruptor rifle, which is going to be 5 of these dice. Right, what have we got?
Don't forget I have taser resistance because of my inebriation.
Okay. He done 3 damage to you, plus... he done 4 damage to you because he has Vicious on his Disruptor Pestle. So take 4 stress, please.
God, I'm half dead.
Idle, do I have to roll for me setting up the anesthetizine?
Sorry, you've got 13 because you've got the extra 3, haven't you, from your...
Yeah, but I'm down to 5 because the other Romulan beat the shit out of me too, so...
Forgot about that. Okay. Sorry, Stars.
Idle, do I have to roll to do the anesthetizine stuff?
I mean, you're going to have to link it to the environmental stuff. That's going to be a few stages. So you can't just say, I'm going to roll now. And you've also, your barrels are still where they are. They are not on the pad.
Well, that's the thing. Is like if I need to start rolling to transport the anesthetizine down the deck and then get into the turbo lift and get down and link it up, I need to know what I'm going to be rolling so I can do it while these guys are doing that.
Okay. Are you
planning...
Because
especially if Scotty is on the verge of death, I want to be able to help out.
What you will need to do is move the barrels onto the pad, because you're not just going to be able to transport the barrels because it's volatile. Oh, hang on, no, because you're going to need to transport them anyway.
It's not volatile, is it?
The barrels will need to be on the pad before you can transport them. Then you can transport them wherever you like, and then there'll be another roll once you're up in the environmental controls to connect and distribute.
Can't you transport them to the pad?
In this case, I'm going to say no, because essentially you're transporting something twice, whereas I'd like to not have it easy enough for you to just go, I can do what I like. I just transport anything anywhere. It's essentially, it breaks the game a little bit. So, yeah, they need to be on the pad before you can transport them.
I would point out that in TOS, 200 years earlier, they did have site-to-site transporters, so...
it's a volatile material.
Yeah, okay.
Well, you know what I'll say then? While this is happening, Dax is turning the barrels over and rolling them over to the pad. And
okay, give me, because I'm going to give you anything for free here.
Okay.
Hang on, where's my thingy?
Give him a roll, so you know if you can roll correctly.
Yeah, you just to roll the dice. Please give me give me fitness and give me fitness and con difficulty 1.
Okay, 13.
Con communications.
Con as in steering, as in the con of a ship. So I never get to use it that often.
2 successes.
2 successes. Okay, you successfully... You get momentum for that as well. There we go. So you roll them onto the transporter pad. You can transport them where you like. So because we've already established that you can
down
use
to environmental controls.
Okay, so these barrels are now in environmental controls. By the way, we are in combat, so I'm going to assume that was your go. It is now going to go to this Romulan here, who is going to move as his minor action, just to avoid a bit of crossfire, and he's going to fire at Riker. So he is going to do... What did I say that was? I can never remember what the rolls are for anything.
Control plus security difficulty 10.
Thank
you. Now, hold on. Riker's behind cover. Does that increase the difficulty?
So
yeah, there are cover dice.
There are covered dice, so this will be a resistance. So I will, let's just see how the roll goes first, and then we'll go for resistance, which I've not entirely worked out myself, but we'll ad-lib it.
And the Romulan's just shooting at the warp core.
He is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a very good point, actually. Let me think about this.
You should probably increase the difficulty of his shooting if he wants to try and make a fine shot.
He's not gonna. No, okay, no, you're right. I forgot about the warp core. What he is gonna do?
If the
instead,
Romulan rolls a 20, do we all die?
Yeah, he's gonna go. He's gonna go. He's gonna go this side.
dies.
He's gonna go this side and fire away. I could say, for the sake of movement, you can move anywhere you like around this room. So if you decide you want to move over here or behind the warp core, there is no limit to where you can move in this room. It's quite a small room. So there are things with the rules about zones and how far you can run, but for the sake of this one, for your minor action, if you want to move, you can move.
Well, it's a small room anyway. So
yeah, exactly. So he is
Gary
going to
can only move in an L shape like a knight.
Yes. He can only move 1 or 2 spaces forwards. What do you say? Control plus security.
Kai Wynn can only move diagonally.
Man, Star Trek chess.
So I gotta get my chess jokes in while I can.
Yeah, too right. Okay, he whiffs it. He only gets 1 success, so he misses. So Riker is safe. So Gary or Riker, if you would like to choose who goes next.
Shall I go?
After you, Commander.
Oh, thank you very much, Gary. I don't care which way I shoot.
Man, first name basis already.
I'll stay where I am, and I can just shoot at either of those 2 guards, and I don't care where it is.
Wait, you might be able to ricochet off the first one and then hit the second one.
He's holding a mirror.
Straight through them.
He's wearing glasses.
Why were these 2 Romulans like moving a giant mirror across the wall?
And then the black cat runs underneath it. They're like, I got a bad
Why is
feeling
this
about
already
it.
here?
Yeah, one of the Robins is confused. He's just like, why is that small animal on my engineering deck?
I'll shoot to the one that's furthest to the bottom.
So the guy next to this guy, yeah?
Yeah, because Gary can't hit him.
I will say the complication will be that if you roll a complication, if you fail to hit him, but you at least get 1 success, you will hit this guy for half damage. So I will say there's a caveat.
Right. So it's insight, control, and security. That's 12.
Yep.
2 dice. That's two successes.
Fantastic. So you are rolling a number of challenge dice. Hang on.
He's using his phaser, right? It'd be,
Yeah, it says 7.
76?
7d6. It's a lot of dice. That's a lot.
That's the thing, like, Riker has a really good security score.
Yep.
I ain't seen this dice since the fireball.
So what you get?
1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5.
Okay, so you did, holy shit, 4, 5, 6 damage and an effect. So if you are, which effect? You've got knockdown or vicious, haven't you? Hang on, no, that was your unarmed.
Well, here's the thing.
It's
I have to
charged.
point out, idle, you'll have to spend threat to keep him up, otherwise he's going to suffer an injury.
No, that's what I was getting to. I was just trying to find out the effect that you pulled first, but he doesn't have an effect on that weapon. It's only charge, which I don't know what does, so we'll have a look. So yes, if you scored over 5 stress in a single hit, which you did, he is now injured, which means he is down for the count. He is not dead, but he is injured. His teammate can come and revive him, but he is very much... I'm going to say he's propelled into this wall by the force of the phaser rifle.
He does a very dramatic Star Trek.
Yeah, that's a very... He's like, into the wall.
By the way, have you guys ever seen the outtakes, the Voyager outtake, where Tuvok's supposed to hit by a
he
phaser,
spins around on the
and he
chair.
spins around like a super over dramatic? That is so good.
Right, can everyone roll me a a fitness and command roll, please? Difficulty 1.
2 dice, isn't it?
Yes.
No, I keep on asking that. Yeah, I've got an extra 1, so that's...
So
that's
2,
some
2,
momentum.
so that's 2 momentum.
1.
Oh, not good.
Gary.
You failed, so
I rolled a 15 and a 20. So
15 to
Oh,
Oh,
not
Jesus. Okay. With the 20, unfortunately, Gary 7. So you've got some momentum. You are...
This is how you
Sterling
know
shoots
Shy is the
himself.
actual actor around here.
You are knocked into the bulkhead here. You knock your arm onto the wall and you trap, and your arm is now immobilized with the complications. So you can only use one arm, which means any unarmed attacks that you currently do, you can still use your phaser with your other arm. You unfortunately can't carry ISIS. Any unarmed attacks are going to be +1 difficulty for you because you're going to have to. Yeah. So, but everyone else, you managed to stay on your feet. I think no. So now it is your turn, Gary. 7. So
something I should let you guys know. So for minor actions, you can choose to aim, which basically means that you can re-roll a d20 when you shoot at someone. So if you choose to aim, then you can just re-roll. But because you guys have phasers, if you choose instead to charge, it gives the phaser a quality of versatile, and then you can make it do all manner of crazy shit.
But only if you succeed, or what?
Yeah.
Well, I think charging doesn't have a roll associated with it. It's just a thing you do, but you do have to succeed in hitting them in order to apply the effects.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. Sorry.
This is charging, as in building up a charge, versus running headlong at someone firing at me.
Yes. Yeah. It's like fiddling with your little phaser and being like, I want setting 16 or whatever.
Yeah.
I will, having just been slammed against the bulkhead, I will take careful aim with my phaser.
Yeah.
Phaser.
So I assume you're going to target the guy that's up because if you.
Yes, exactly.
Is it right, Stars, that if he targets someone that's down, you've got to pay an extra difficulty, and if you succeed, he dies? Oh, no, actually, no, you declare... No, that's right, if you declare it's lethal or non-lethal, which I'm assuming you're all doing non-lethal.
You can't just say it's lethal. I didn't say it was lethal. I declared it. Sorry.
Again,
so basically...
the rules.
So the way the injuries work is that because Idle didn't choose to keep him up, he is now out of the count. You don't have to take him down while he's out. You can't get him back up, really.
So you assume you're targeting this guy. So roll me, was it control security difficulty 2, because you're still you can still aim a phaser, and you're doing aim as the minor action as well.
Yes.
Correct. Okay, cool. So you can re-roll one of them.
And let me just
I have a 8, a 12, and an 18, so I guess that's 2 successes.
Sounds like 2.
Yes.
Control and security.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Plus security.
14. Yeah.
Whoa, 14! Jeez, you're great.
Yeah. I know.
Okay, so
he is the #1 Sex 5 Voyager.
Yeah, there you go.
That's right.
So roll me. Where's your weapons? What have you got? You've got a phase pistol. So roll me 5d6 dice and tell me what you've got on each of the dice.
I can't believe I added it up on my first one.
It's all right. It makes sense that you would. Though. You just go, "This is my damage," but yeah, no, it's different than that.
Yeah.
I have a 2, a 6, a 4, a 1, and a 5.
And a 5, so you've got 2, 3, 4, 5. You've done 5 damage, so he as well is shot to the back of the bulkhead because you've done 5 damage. Essentially, he's taken 5 stress, so he is now incapacitated. You have defeated the security. They're unconscious. They're injured. I think the official rule is they're not unconscious, but they're essentially out of the fight. So I'm going to rule that that you've stunned them into unconsciousness on your stand sitting. So the 2 engineers are still frantically looking up and just going, "Oh shit, what's happened here? We are now out of combat." Guys, how do you want to proceed?
Oh, let's shoot the engineers.
Wow.
We only need to keep one of them alive so we can kill off.
No.
These guys.
Yeah, grab the console in front.
These guys are panicking. They've seen you fire. They've seen you take out the security, and then one of them looks up at you and just says, I don't have time for this. The war core is damaged. Their stomach with significant repairs need to be made. They need to be made now. If you decide to kill us, this ship's going up. So
we will. What needs to be done? Can we assist the engineers in stabilizing the ship?
And they say the cloaking device is out. The warp core is currently in a state of cascade failure. Sorry, I'm just checking my notes here.
A failure. That's the worst kind of failure there is.
All the windows are open on the Windows 3.1. It's a cascade. It's the other guy's playing solitaire. He's just scored a win. They're all going over the screen. He goes, we need to We need to disable the antimatter intermix. We need to stabilize the containment field, vent the reaction gas in the core, and we need to stabilize. If we can't do that, we need to eject the core. But that means we'll be dead. We'll be dead.
What's going on outside?
We don't know. We just got orders. The thing started exploding. We just don't know what's going on. There's something's happening.
Ooh,
but we need to do this now, or basically the ship's either going to explode or be dead in space.
Fine, you carry on.
These guys, they are essentially, you can kind of tell they're young. They're very young. They're very inexperienced. They've kind of been thrown on this. From what you can tell, the ranks, they're very much sort of like junior engineers. And when you actually finally sort of, after the combat, look around, you do see that there is a dead body in the corner of a very burnt a very, very burnt face and body of a more senior engineer sort of lying in the corner. So guessing that he was the chief engineer and these guys have been sort of left in the shit.
Scotty, you got to help him out, man.
Yeah, Chet wants Scotty to work his magic, so let me give it a shot at stabilizing the warp core.
You're going to stay. So, okay, I'm going to give you a bit of choice. These are all going to be difficulty 2 rolls. There's a few of them. This is essentially our go, because there's a system in this for extended tasks, but it's a bit of a chore. So instead, I'm just going to give you about 3 tasks to perform to get this to work, if you could succeed all of them. So first off, can you give me we need to disable the antimatter intermix. The guy said, we need to do this first. We need to stop the reactions happening in the core. By the way, for those being pedantic saying, ooh, singularity drives, this is a scout ship. They don't splash out for the black holes on any old starship, just the big warbirds. These guys have got a traditional warp core. This is a Trip Tucker special.
It's like pacing back and forth on the carpet too many times.
Exactly. So yeah, because you need to disable the antimatter intermix. So you get over to that console and give me a whatever you choose plus engineering difficulty 2, and you're going to be occupied on that console for the duration of these repairs. So you're going to be engaged on that one. There are 3 other tasks which other people will have to do.
Can I assist?
You can, but that means you won't be available to do one of the other jobs.
Gary, I reckon. What are the skills used here? Discipline.
So it's going to be anything you choose plus engineering difficulty 2. So I'm going to leave it to your discretion as long as
I don't need help. I got this in the bag. Don't worry about it.
What's Gary's end, Shy?
I have an engineering 3 and a control of 12, so I'll use that as my. I just didn't know if I should use my natural coordinator to assist the engineers to do something. If there are 4 tasks separate from what the engineers are doing, then I'll take whatever.
Okay. What
I'm best suited for.
Is that one of your focuses? Hang on, let me have a look.
I think it's a talent.
It's a talent.
It's a talent. Natural coordinator.
Natural coordinator. So what does that do?
Bridal planner.
When assisting or being assisted, the character is always considered to have an applicable focus for that task. In addition, the character counts as having a command of 4 for the purposes of learning talents.
Okay, so since this is a teamwork job, I will let you have that. So yeah, whatever focus, you'll be able to use your engineering score to score yourself a critical should you roll lower than it. So you've got these. Sorry.
Hold on. If we have 4 tasks to do, maybe we shouldn't be assisting anyone, right?
Yeah. I didn't realize there were 4 separate tasks. So let's just.
So let me divvy this up. So you've got, and I'm going to go for a wee as well while I'll let you mull over this. So you've got disable the antimatter intermix, stabilize the containment force field, vent the reaction gases from the core, and then stabilize the reactor. So you guys, that will be done in that order as well. If there is any failure on this part as well, you cannot reattempt it. So essentially, you've got to go from the top down. So if the first one fails, you cannot do the further 3. So you will need to succeed at everything on the way. I will say that you can one person can assist someone else. So I will allow that because otherwise it's going to be a bit of a slog. So I say everyone's locked to their jobs, but one person can assist them if needed. So let's, for example...
Well, tell you what, can we rationalize that as you guys have gone on the comm badge and gone to me and I can reroute power and use environmental controls to our advantage?
How are you going to do that?
Well, something like venting reactor gases, like environmental control, seems like a use of that.
Okay, I could say...
What were the 4 tasks again?
So, disable the antimatter... The first one you need to do is disable the antimatter intermix. The second one is stabilize the containment force field. The third is vent the reaction gases from the core. And the fourth one is stabilize the reactor.
So I think we'll have Stars in spot number 3 venting the
Okay,
gas
okay.
because he can do that from the controls.
I can do that from environmental, yeah.
All right, and I would do the first one because I think Scotty has the highest chance to succeed.
Well, he's,
that plus-
he's easily got the highest engineering, yeah.
And he's got multiple applicable focuses. So what was number
Yeah.
2?
Stabilize the
I-
containment field.
Okay, can either of you two have anything that would work with stabilizing the containment field?
Well, didn't he say it was engineering plus whatever attribute we wanted?
Yeah.
So
So you would roll a 15, right?
yeah, I would roll 15.
So that's a pretty good. These are difficulty 2. And then what was the last task?
Stabilize the reactor.
I gotta say, I'm gonna be fairly average to bad at all of those.
You're going to be the linchpin. You're going to do the last task after the 3 of us have succeeded, and it's all going to be on your shoulders.
Hand to hand and phaser combat, I'm good at. Everything else, no, rank is not bothered.
Can I punch the warp core until it works? That's
Don't
the
you
warp
administer
special.
The environment, the engineering requirement.
Okay,
Yeah.
what are we doing?
I just don't know what I'm doing. I think that's my problem.
All right. I think
Well,
I'm
tell
in
you
the
what. How
pole
about
position.
we start and let's get like the first task out of the way. Let's get the antimatter intermates, right?
Yeah.
Right.
All right. How much momentum do we have?
You
At
have
least 2.
3. Oh, so I've
Alright.
got 3, but yeah.
I'm going to use 1 for third dice.
Okay.
And my talent of cautious means I can re-roll one of them. So
Cool.
I need a 15. And I roll 3 successes.
Fantastic. Well done.
Wait, hold on. And you have to go under the discipline or
Yes.
even with the discipline to get a crit
Under the discipline.
from your focus.
Oh, I think you can go even or under.
Even?
Even as well, yeah.
Okay, so I also can re-roll one of these. So I'm gonna. No, that didn't help. All right, so
Okay.
I got 4 successes.
Okay, that's good. So you've got an extra. So you're now up to 4 momentum. So cool. That's good. So that has succeeded. You've disabled the antimatter intermix. And to stabilize the containment force field, something plus engineering D2.
I think that's
That's
Gary's.
Mr. Gary, yeah.
Should I use a momentum here then?
You can use maybe 2 if
This
you
is
wanted.
pretty important. I think you're more than entitled to use some momentum here.
I didn't know if we were saving it for Riker at the end, but
I might be able to get us some extra one because I can use my technical expertise. I would rather we get through
Okay.
the steps because it'll lock
Alright,
off
then
everything else if we don't get
I'll
done now.
use 2 as well then, I guess.
Okay. So that would actually be
So 4 dice total.
so that would be 3
That
momentum.
costs 3 momentum, yeah.
Because it's 1 for the
Oh, that
first one,
costs
2.
3 moment.
Yeah, it's 1 for the first one, 2 for the second.
Oh no, then
That's fine, we have enough.
All right. If you say so. There we go.
Excuse me.
So roll 4
Let's
dice
see.
for
Yeah.
15 or under.
Oh. Yeah. Well, I have 3 successes.
Fantastic.
13, 2 13s and a 3.
Nice.
Nice, excellent.
Wait,
Does
what's
it-
your engineering?
It's my engineering is 3, and my
Okay,
control.
And
Yeah,
you
but-
have that natural coordinator thing, right? So you have an applicable focus?
Okay, yeah.
Right.
But that's
Yeah.
only if he assists.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
that's
is it
a-
any basis?
Yeah.
Okay, no, right.
Do you have any focuses that applied to?
Excuse me.
yeah, I have computers. I have
Hang on, your focus.
astronavigation.
You've got psychohistory, infiltration, persuasion, astronavigation, xenobiology, and computers. It's quite generic. I could. What are we doing? So hang on, you're stabilizing the
It's
containment.
stabilizing the containment. I feel like that.
Okay, I will give that
That's
for you. Yeah,
why.
I will give you that.
I
You can have
can pull out my my Beta 5 computer interlink to help me go assist me on the Beta 5.
Perfect.
Is that flubber? What is that?
Stabilize this.
Amazing.
Dude's got a jar of
Stabilize
flubber.
this containment field.
Amazing. Okay.
the
Stable-
ultimate engineering tool.
Okay.
Wait, so how many successes did you roll? 3
Yeah, you're up
plus
to.
an extra one with focus.
You're up to
so
3
He got
momentum
4 as
now.
well.
You got 3 momentum, so you've got a bit. So stars or whoever is who's venting the reaction gases from their core.
I'm an environmental controller. It makes the most sense for me to do it.
That does good. Yep.
And I will buy 1 dice because I've already got my technical expertise. So I'm rolling 4d20 here, and it was anything plus engineering, yeah.
Yes.
Okie doke. I'm gonna go. Okay, none of my values will apply here, really. So I was thinking about spending some determination.
Right, that's,
An
yeah,
old
that's enough.
Aberdeen pub crawler.
No, I don't. No, that doesn't make any sense. Joined.
Every edge.
Honestly, yeah. Like I'm playing deck. It's what I have to do.
Yo,
Okay,
I'm
40-20 should do it. 40-20 should do it. And I'm gonna roll reason plus engineering, so that's a 12.
Okay.
And I have a focus in nothing in a poker bill. So okay. 2 successes and a complication.
Ooh. Okay.
We're scraping by here.
Okay, here's the complication I will give you on this one. You've succeeded, so you've managed to vent the gases from the core. The complication is that the environmental console in front of you kaputs, because this wasn't built for doing work with engineering. So due to the overload in the system trying to perform that task, the environmental controls are now You've still got oxygen on the ship and it's still being maintained. You just cannot use that console anymore. The screens have gone blank, so this is going to need a dock and a starbase to fix. Lastly, stabilize the reactor.
Can that be anybody but me?
I think it's got to be you
So
now.
you've got this.
Right. Okay.
And we have what, 2 momentum?
You do, yes.
Got all the momentum.
So you can use 1 and have 3 rolls at this.
Dice. I'll be using daring plus engineering. To try and get the best of this.
Appropriate.
I think that's like. And I'll try and do it. So I've got 3 dice. My target's 13.
Actually, Spocky, can I make some advice here?
Yeah.
So, are you familiar with how determination works?
I've got 3 lots of determination I could use, I suppose. Can I get?
You
use
get
one?
one.
You have 1.
So
Yeah, you get 1 point.
determination's different. So just to explain, determination, like every character, this is kind of applies for people that homebrew their characters for how you're supposed to play this game. Is you sort of have a sort of value, sort of like, so let's say Gary 7 has friend to the animal. So if there's a situation, a task where I say interact with this animal, he can say I can spend a point of determination.
Like throwing her through the window, you mean?
Yeah, so like you can say, I can use this value because it applies to my character. You get a point of determination, which automatically counts as a dice roll of 1. So you automatically get 2 successes, but you only get 1 of those points per game session. You can get more if, like, and again, this is for more like hardcore role players. If you feel like in a mission this determination conflicts, like the game master can say, well, this conflicts with your core values of your character. Have a determination if you wish to bypass it and things like that. So that's how determination kind of works.
Well, okay.
Did you say we were allowed 1 assist for this one?
You can assist, yes. Now you're not
Well,
working on the other
fine.
things, so you can now assist.
It says when all else looks lost, improvise. So that's, I guess, what I'm trying to do that for.
That's appropriate.
The risk. I'm risking it for a biscuit.
Yeah, he's got like 2 values that would apply here. I think he's easily qualified.
So are you still spending the momentum as well?
One true love, Deanna. Is that what we're going?
Yeah.
I need these. I need those. I need those add-ons. Sorry, I've just got a thingy.
So are you still spending the momentum?
I am spending 3 dice.
3
so
dice.
spending-
Bear in mind, you spent the determination. You've already succeeded. Because that automatically rolls a 1.
Well, let's get some momentum back. We've already spent quite a bit of it.
Yeah,
But
essentially
don't
you're
use
just
the
building
momentum then. Don't use the momentum because
just
unless
roll
you
2,
crit,
yeah.
you're not going to make back more than what you spend. So
Okay.
just do,
So yeah, a
do your
determination.
2 normal rolls.
A determination is an automatic dice roll that has rolled a 1, so you get an automatic 2 success. So whatever you're rolling now, any success is just going to be pure momentum.
Good stuff. Right, good stuff. Right, okay, we'll do that. And I've rolled a 1.
Jesus.
I've rolled a 3. And I've rolled a 20.
Oh, okay, so you did roll a 3, so you spent, so you've, hang on, you rolled a 1, you rolled a 3, so you've kind of got your momentum back and plus 1.
Plus the complication.
Plus
Yep,
a complication. Okay, so, okay.
Hold on. Can Gary assist here for free momentum if he?
Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
that's the point.
I believe I was assisting, right?
You
Yeah,
were,
yeah,
yeah,
you
so
were.
go roll for it, and they'll give you the extra momentum for that.
You have that talent when you assist.
Two,
What happens?
You got a success.
Yeah, I have a focus for
Applicable
that.
focus, yeah.
Okay.
2, yeah, right. So you should be able to get another. Yeah, go on.
What does the applicable focus give me, by the way?
It won't apply to this one because you're assisting. So
All right, I believe I failed. I rolled a 16,
Okay.
so
Okay.
yeah.
So you're up to
Doesn't
4
matter.
momentum now. Okay, so the complication. What can I do to you here? Okay, I'll tell you what the complication is. Once the reactor core stabilizes, you see everything start to the lights dim, and then they come back up, and the core starts to pulse in a more comforting way. As I suppose the erratic sort of gas pouring in, you can feel like things are sort of, the gravity feels a bit more normal. But now that the sort of the gravity's normal, you see the engineers are going, whew, thank goodness for that, and they kind of look up to you and go, intruders, and they start to pull out their own weapons and now are engaging you in combat.
Come on!
How's
That's
that
what I was going to do
gratitude?
them.
So I'd say that was your
Talk about
complication,
gratitude.
is that they're now game combat. What we'll do as well, I think after this combat, we'll probably call it, if you reckon, guys, because it's getting nearer late. We'll move this on another time. So first off, I will say that I'm going to spend a threat so that these guys go first. Usually it would be players first, unless the DM spends a threat. So I'm going to do that and have this guy, and he's going to shoot Riker because it's just like, don't touch my shit, man. Like, this is like, you save the day, but Jesus Christ. So he is going to roll, what was that, control and security. And he is...
No gratitude, none at all.
In the initiative, isn't that? I've got quick to action as a.
what's that say?
Quick to action. During the first round of any combat, you and your allies ignore the cost to retain the initiative.
I think with the DM one over, because I've spent threat, that I get to override that.
Yeah, so basically he will get to go first, but when it rolls around to your choice, you can immediately skip over the next guy's turn to nominate one of us to go.
All right. I see. Right. Okay.
And I'm going to give you a hint. These guys aren't exactly hot shit, so let's have a look. Okay, he misses, so he's missed. So it's now over to one of you guys.
Can I come down on Turbo Lips and help?
Yeah, sure. But I would say your action is going to be, you are in the turbo lift, and then you'll have to wait till the next turn before you can attack. So you can come down here and use your whole action as a movement to engage with the turbo lift and move down here, but to actually engage, you'll have to wait.
Can I use that return?
Let's see.
He goes first and comes down like straight away.
Well, that's exactly what would happen. So it would be, you'd say, you come down now as part of your order. So now Dax is now in the turbo, well, in engineering essentially, and that's the end of your turn, because you've got to come into a turbo lift, operate it, and then walk in, which is essentially going to be quite a large amount of distance travelled.
Okay.
It just cuts to Dax and elevator music during the combat as she's traveling down.
She's just humming the DS9 theme. I hope they aren't getting into any. I hope they aren't getting into trouble when down there.
Okay. So that's Dax gone down. So it's going to be the other. Sorry, not him. It's going to be the other NPC's role now. He is going to. Gary's down. Scotty's behind him. He's going to turn. He's going to turn around and shoot Scotty.
No, I was going to surprise him from behind. Damn it!
No, it's fine. He's missed anyway. So it's again, these guys
He's
are
just
engineers.
fumbling with his stuff. They're like, oh god!
These guys are here. So he's missed. So Gary or Riker. No, sorry. Gary or Scotty.
Yeah.
Or return fire.
You return fire. Which one are you going to go? Left or right? Actually, what's their
I think
stress?
he's got to go left.
Where's my
The warp core is between him and
Yes. Yeah. Our left, Gary's right.
Tarsus 1.
Tarsus 1. Hang on, I've got to work out what their stress is. Hang on a second. Okay, that's fine. Okay, give us a roll.
Give us a roll, love.
Give us a roll, love. Go on. Just a little one.
What am I? What?
Sorry, control security.
Control security. Oh, excellent. I will take it. Oh, a 2 and a 1.
Oh,
my
very
God.
nice. Wow.
Yes.
So yeah, resounding success, and you get a momentum for that as well. So give us. What was your? Hang on, I've got pages everywhere. Is it a problem with DM? You've got to track everything.
14.
Yeah.
You need to
12
roll
plus 2 is-
5d6, please.
All right. We have 3, 3, 1, 2, 4.
4. So you essentially done 3 damage to him. So okay, he's looking okay. He's looking alright. He's a bit stunned, but he's alright.
Wait, hold on.
That will now be
said-
Scotty.
You said a roll of 1 and 2 both do a damage, right? And 3 and 4 do nothing?
Yeah, so 1 is 1 damage, 2 is 2 damage. So he's done 3 damage.
Oh, okay.
And 5
So
and
2
6,
is technically the best one to go for.
Yeah.
It's not the opponent's turn.
No, because
So half has been.
we're essentially taking it in turns for everyone that's been in, so it's going to be
Okay.
Scotty's go. So everyone has imagine there's like a round where everyone gets to have a go, but it alternates as much as possible. And then
All
we
right,
go
I'm
to the
going to
next round.
tag team on Tarsus 1.
Tag team Tarsus 1, yep.
Think like Conspiracy, where the phasers
They-
meet at the
yeah.
head, and we
Yeah.
pop the balloon.
You just noticed
Right.
the mark on the
Origin
back of
here.
his neck.
So for my minor action, since he's facing toward Gary, I'm going to sneak up behind him
Oh,
so that I'm at point blank range.
if
I
you are
can't miss.
okay, if you are close, you can't use phaser combat. You can only
All right,
use
I'm at
close
the
range.
minimum range in order to fire my phaser, but increase my accuracy.
Okay. Roll some dice.
What am I rolling?
Control plus security. I remembered.
All right.
Difficulty 2.
Wait, so me getting close hasn't actually helped at all.
No.
What's
Unless
with
you want
these
to-
minor actions?
No, the minor action you want to use is aim. So you can actually you get to re-roll one of your dice if they don't go into your favor.
Can I just do that with getting closer instead, since
Yeah,
it's
sure.
more
Yeah, okay,
thematically
okay, all right.
appropriate?
If you want to
I'll
contextualize it
allow
like
it,
that,
yeah.
that's completely
Okay,
fine. Yeah.
thank you. All right. Well, I rolled 2 failures anyway, so I guess it doesn't even matter if I
So you whiff it.
Well, you could get a 1. You could get a 1.
Reroll one.
Okay, I'll do that. Oh, nope. 1 success.
Okay.
Oh, well.
No, that's fine. Okay, so you whiff it. Okay, back to the top of the round.
Literally point blank range, and I can't hit this guy in the back.
How much did you drink? Who did I go first with?
Does ISIS attack?
Yeah, she gets a turn.
Okay, I will give you something to do with ISIS. Okay, all right. No, ISIS is just licking her wounds and like licking her paws in the corner,
right.
looking at the warp core, going, "Ooh." It's going to be this. I keep calling him Tarsus. I know it's Tarsus, not Tarsus, but he's an engineer. So he is going to take a pot shot. He's turned around and gone, "Holy shit! There's Montgomery Scott. He's my idol, but he's on my deck." So let's roll, and he has whiffed it quite hard. He fails.
Wait,
so.
he gets to re-roll one since we're literally this close.
True, but he is not. He is not a fighter. He doesn't know how to aim it. He has a gun for appearance purposes only. He is not trained with
He
it.
drops his gun and shoots himself in the ass.
Yeah, so that'd be that kind of person. Who would like to go next? I can't. I think.
Well, it's ISIS, right? ISIS gets to go.
Well, this is a fresh round, so it can be.
Now, let's have stars pop out of the turbo lift.
Yeah. Okay.
That's right.
Okay, cool. I would like to take a shot at Tarsus 2.
Tarsus 2. Okay. Tarsus 2. Go for it.
Yes. So 2d20.
I feel like we're naming moons or satellites or something. Tarsus
of are.
1 and
All right, so it is 8. My target is 10, and I'm going to aim.
Mhm.
That's fine. 1d20.
Just change. my
So I got
rolls.
no successes, but I'm going to re-roll. I got 1 success, so I miss.
Okay, no, that miss. I will give you success at a cost. I will say that you hit him and did one damage. However, he is now going to target you. So he is now
Okay,
you've
cool.
aggroed him. So I will give you that. It is now his turn. So he is going to roll. No, he whiffs it.
Since
again.
I was going to say, since I'm in turbo lift, I was going to roll for cover dice, but if
Yeah.
he misses, I'm not
I
going
think I just moved you. You can be in the turbo lift if you like. So I'll put you back in there. So you are in the turbo lift.
shove him back in.
Get in there.
Just grab Scotty by the scruff and I can pull him in. You're getting shot, man. Pull back.
Paul Needenshed says, I really thought Jedzia would get stuck in the turbo lift with the doors jamming. That's true. You should have spent
That's a good
threat
point.
for a
Yeah,
complication
that's
there.
true. That's
Oh,
true.
hilarious.
She's locked in the turbo lift.
Is it Gary next or me?
Either or.
Let's stay in order and have
Yeah.
Riker go next.
Yeah.
Then.
I'll go for the one that's threatening Jad's ear.
Okay. Yeah, for him.
Oh,
I'm going to aim.
He's a
Uh,
chivalrous man.
Extra shot.
Go for it.
That's 2 successes.
Huzzah!
Oh, but I can read.
You don't have to, but you can do. I probably advise not.
What?
Because
I
you've got
ain't.
2 successes.
So if
You've
I
hit
get
him.
another one, do I get a momentum back?
No, not with that. Because it's
Alright,
difficult
You,
to
you have to hit a natural one.
Yeah, I would say take the win there. So roll your however millions of dice you roll now. Was it 7?
Yeah.
Yeah. This guy's just vaporized.
2 and 2,
Yeah, shit.
3, 4, 5, 5, 6.
so 7
7
damage
damage.
and 3. What?
He just
I can't believe you just shot him in the part that you get the lockers open.
He just explodes. No, he's not.
He just vaporizes.
No, you're on stun. I'm assuming you're doing a non-lethal attack. Yeah. He is stunned, pinned to the back of the bulkhead, slumped over the other Romulan that he also antagonizes in quite an awkward pose that would be quite humorous in any other situation. So there is one.
Island. Yeah.
There is one guy left. Gary 7. It is your turn.
I will aim carefully this time with my one good arm. Slumping to the side. Take a shot.
All right.
Go for it.
In slow motion as my cat leaps through like the doves in a John Woo film. I rolled a 10 and a 1.
Oh wow. Okay, so that hits.
So 3 successes.
successes.
Fantastic. Have some.
Nice.
Wait, hold on. So since he took aim, he can re-roll one, right? Now,
He
if
can.
you re-roll one, are you forced to
Well-
take the second roll, or can you choose the best of the 2?
I'm pretty sure you're forced to take the second roll.
Yeah. At this point, you're max
Well-
momentum anyway, so it doesn't matter. You've hit him.
I would
Yeah.
re-roll a second one. Just try to get 2 1s, just for the dramatic effect of. You've already succeeded, right? With the 1 is an automatic crit, so
Sure. Let's
re-roll
just for the
one
sake
more, and if you get 2 1s, then we're gonna carry you off on our shoulder.
If you got 20, though, that's it. Man.
Oh yeah, if you roll a 20, then we might
Yeah.
be screwed.
Yeah.
Hold on. I accidentally rolled a bunch of 6-sided dice. No, I rolled a
Okay.
15, which is still a success, but
Okay,
Okay. Give me 5d6 rolls, please.
I was really hoping that was gonna do something.
Oh, it would have been amazing.
let's see. A 5, a 1, a 6, a 5, and a 6.
Holy shit. Yeah, he is.
That's a really good roll.
He's incapacitated. He is also stunned. You have managed to incapacitate everyone in engineering, and you have saved the ship as far as you know.
Hold on, are we still under attack? Are we still being rocked while this is going on?
Yeah, there is still. You still feel the deck moving, and you can still feel there is movement in the ship. How you guys want to play this? We can stop now and carry on another time if you want, or you guys can keep going. It's up to you. We can do a part 1, part 2. There's still quite a fair bit more in this.
Right.
I mean, I'm okay, but it's also 6 o'clock where I am, so
Yeah, it's
you tell
like
me.
10 past 11 here, but yeah, it's up to you. I've got not much to do tomorrow, but
Is there a cliffhanger we can leave off on? Coming up?
What can we do?
I'm
Okay,
getting ready to
yes,
change into my.
there is very much a little bit of cliffhanger. You hear as the
Wait, hold on. I have a question.
go on.
Did Gary take stress when he got his arm incapacitated?
No, I think that was just complication.
immobilized?
That was just a complication. Yeah, he didn't take.
Okay,
stress.
so Riker's taken no stress. Gary's taken no stress. Jedsy's
Taken
taken
one.
1 stress, and Sky's taken 8 stress. I would just like to point that out, that I'm barely conscious, completely inebriated.
You're
and
the
everyone
tank
else,
of the team. You're the
everyone
tank.
else is in perfect health.
My beehive hasn't survived, so there you go.
Oh, that's true. You have a strand out of place.
Yeah. This is the kind of thing that
I
would
took
make
one
Worf hot if he was here to see it, but you know, he's not.
Uh-huh.
Okay. let's wrap this up. So, as you've incapacitated all the crew in the engineering, you've managed to stabilize the warp core. You hear the intercom fire to life, and a voice over the intercom says, "Good work, engineering. We are now no longer careening towards the planet. However, the attacking ship is still on us. We're going to need every available power that we have." And Riker, you can't help but feel that you recognize this voice intently. This is the voice of Deanna Troi.
No!
And there we're going to end it.
Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. Bam!
I thought you were gonna say Commander Sela.
Yeah, well,
Tasha
yeah.
Yar.
I thought you were going to say Tomahawk.
Top lock. Yeah, a little on the nose. I want to put a bit of variety in there. That was fun. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Wait, it's
Yeah,
Tom
no, we
Riker.
will.
It's Thomas Riker. And then he rips off the tips of his ears and he's really...
Oh, amazing. Oh, it was good fun.
I was looking forward to putting on the Romulan costume, and I was going to take the hair off of the dead singed body. Wear it as a wig.
Well, there's time. You've still got a few decks you haven't.
Yeah, no,
been
we
to.
still haven't. We haven't been to crew quarters. We haven't been to the bridge, so we can still desecrate a corpse on our way there.
Throw some more inexperienced ensigns into the
The airlock.
Oh, yeah, the airlock. Actually, I haven't put an airlock on the ship. I probably should have. No, actually, I don't trust you guys not to abuse it. Okay. This has been fun. We'll do this again pretty soon because I don't want to. Because I think if we leave it too long, we'll do it. But maybe a couple of weeks time, we'll revisit and we'll come back and continue the campaign. But this was I was absolutely stressed before this, trying to get all my notes together and kind of going where I could like little behind the scenes thing, but like, I couldn't help laugh. Like you looked at the environmental control and you're like, maybe there's some anesthetine here, and I was just like, maybe there is.
We've absolutely ruined that opportunity.
Well, you have now,
Yeah.
but it's fine. You know, it's there.
Well, I think I could find something creative to do with it, but it would be,
Oh shit! I just left the call. hang on. Oh no. I pressed the wrong button.
gone.
I pressed the wrong button.
Oh, no worries.
Oh no!
Okay,
what do I do?
Talk to you in a bit.
Oh.
See you later.
Thank you very much for coming with us, Smokey. It was great fun.
Yeah, I agree. Thanks very much, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna say I'm gonna to our.
All hail the Dungeon Master Idol. Thank you for putting it together.
Thank you, Idol.
Thank you. There'll be more to come. We'll get
Really
Stars
good
to have a
stuff.
go as well because he's done some great work here. But thank you everyone in chat for coming. I know you can't see me right now, but I can't figure out the controls at the moment. But
They can't see anyone.
they can't see anyone. Perfect,
Incredible.
seamless. This goes as well as the Timelines Talk streams. We will see you on Wednesday. Me and Stars are going to do some Star Trek Armada, so pay attention to that. And then hopefully in a couple of Saturdays and a couple of Wednesdays, we'll have our normal shows. But for now, see you next time.